Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or all the way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ORION NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Oakland Athletics. First pitch is going to be here in about 10 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and then we'll go over the starting lineups. Hope everyone is having a happy Tuesday afternoon or evening, or if you're overseas like Megan, happy Wednesday. Let's get it, baby. And on the thumb, we have Julio Rodriguez and Seth Brown. Let's go, baby. Started off with the home Oakland Athletics. Leading off for the Athletics, playing third base, Abraham Toro. Batting second, playing left field for Oakland tonight, Miguel Andua. Batting third, playing center field, J.J. Bleday. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing tonight for the Athletics, Brent Rooker. Batting fifth, catching tonight for the A's, Shea Langeliers. Batting sixth, playing right field, Seth Brown. Batting seventh, playing first base for the A's, J.D. Davis. Batting eighth, playing second base, Zach Geloff. Batting ninth, playing shortstop for Oakland, Max Schumann. And on the mound for the A's with a 4-2 record, an ERA of 3.52, Mitch Spence. And let's go into the starting lineup for your visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, playing shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Trident's up, baby. Batting second, playing third base, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Batting third, playing center field, no fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, playing first base for Seattle, Kai France. Batting fifth, playing left field for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Batting sixth, DHing tonight for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. Batting seventh, catching tonight for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Batting eighth, playing right field, Dominic Canzone. And batting ninth, playing second base tonight for the Mariners, it's Demo, it's Dylan Moore. And on the mound for the Mariners, one of our aces, a 4-5 record, an ERA of 4.08. Let's get him to 500, baby. It's George Kirby. And just like I talk about multiple times on every stream, make sure you're taking advantage of your mental health. make sure that you are okay. So if you feel like you're slipping into the darkness, addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that a lot of us are going through on the daily or have gone through in the past. So if you feel like you're slipping, make sure you make some minor adjustments to your daily routine, exercise, right? Make sure you spend time with pets and friends, listen to music, go for a walk. Making these minor adjustments can help you win the day. Let's go, Mariners. Megan with a $5 to get us started off on a good note. Happy 50th anniversary to the formation of the greatest NFL team in history. And today in 1974, Seattle was accepted as an expansion team in the NFL. And then they came in 1976, the same year as my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, $5 holla, 95 to go. And on every stream, we're going to try to go for 20 likes or more and hit the 100 in the donos every single day. Let's go. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want for photos, and I got you. Daniel in the building. What's good? Sarah in the building. How are you? Reflect in the building. What's good, my guy? How are you? Scotty Mack in the building. What's good, brother? Let's go, Ems. How are you, brother? Let's go. I am ready. And then first pitch will be here in roughly 3 minutes. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. It'll help us get more people in the room, and more eyes will lead to more likes, subs, views, donos, and everything that is positive for a YouTube channel. Oh, baby. The Acolyte. Oh, man. Season debut, Disney Plus. I believe it's 2 episodes that are debuting tonight. And it just debuted here in Oregon, or on the West Coast, 37 minutes ago. So I didn't get a chance to watch it just yet. So I'm going to have to wait until after the Mariner game is over, and then I will watch the 2 episodes that are debuting tonight later this evening. Let's go. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sarah. Appreciate that, as well as Elliot. So anyone that has a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the stream. We got 4 people that end up liking the post, which was great, to get the word out. Megan, Lauren, True North Trident, and Elliot. So I appreciate you guys. And so far, we got Michelle, Elliot, Megan, and Sarah helping out on that. And thank you so much. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. And if you haven't got a chance to smash the like button just yet, please do. We'll try to get 10 within the first hour, and then we'll try to pick up the last 10 to 15 as we, finish up the rest of the game. So it looks like we are at 8. So good start right now. 2 more to get to 10, and then we'll be on our way. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Tuesday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. And I decided to take the day off yesterday because we didn't have any NBA finals. The NHL Stanley Cup Finals hasn't started yet either. Mariners and Dodgers were off yesterday. And I have been doing streams almost every day. So I figured I would just spend the day with Paisley and enjoy my time with her, which I did. And then we're going to be going every day from here on out for the foreseeable future until the Mariners get to a point where they have a game early in the morning, which would maybe be next Sunday. So we'll probably be going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'll probably just watch the game with Paisley and watch the NASCAR Cup Series. Reflect with a $5. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $5 holla. Thank you to the 2 of you so far. Let me know what you guys want to do for photos, as well as anything that is on your mind. Let's go. Kind of felt weird having yesterday off because I'm just so used to working every day. But, when you end up going, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row or longer, it is kind of nice to be able to take a step back and just spend time with the Paisley pup and maybe catch up on some shows or watch a movie. So that's what I ended up doing. But I am ready. And anytime I have more than a day off, I feel like something's off, in my daily routine. So I'm really happy to be back. I hope everyone has had a fantastic weekend. And great to see the support, up and running right out of the gates. Scotty Mack with a 20. You the man, Scotty Mack. I appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, the little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. We're at 30, 70 to go, and we should be getting Matt back, from vacation from one Hawaiian island to another, I would assume around Friday, because he was supposed to be gone for roughly 10 days. So I'm assuming around Friday or Saturday we'll get Matt back on the streams. Thank you, Scotty Mack. Let me know what you want to do for photos. If you got any players, past or present, you want me to pull up, I got you. First pitch to JP Crawford. Fouls that one out into the crowd. 0-1 count. Let's go, JP. 212 average, OPP of 301, 4 homers and 15 ribbies for JP so far in 2024. Pitches inside from Spence, 1-1 count. And if you're not familiar with who is pitching today for the Athletics, his name is Mitch Spence. He's got a 4-2 record, one of the better records for the A's, and a 3.52 ERA. Pitches outside, 2-1 count. So this one might be a little bit more difficult. The A's aren't very good, but again, you never can take any opponent for granted. So I'm hoping that we can end up having a good day here today. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is high and outside. 3-1 count to JP. Good eyes, JP. I like that. Hey, as many walks as we can force on these athletic pitchers is going to definitely help us out. Let's go. 3-1 pitch. Pitch is low and outside, but called a strike. Where are the umps' glasses or contact? Is this the type of humping that we're going to get? We're going to get the Angel Hernandez humping today? Come on, man. Unbelievable. Not even close to being in the strike zone. Chris in the building. What's good? And another pitch outside that was what the hell is this guy looking at? Two pitches that were definitely wide out of the strike zone. One wide right, one wide low and away. And both of them called strikes. And there goes JP, one away. Unbelievable. I guess that's how it goes when you're one of the worst teams in baseball, that you're going to end up getting every fucking call. All right. I see how the day is going to get started. Jesus. All right. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman, Hollywood Josh Rojas. First pitch fouled back. 0-1 count. Well, if they're going to call it like that in the zone, I better get it for George Kirby as well. As long as you're calling it 50-50, if you're going to call it garbage on both ends, fine. But don't call it garbage for the Mariners and then give the A's whatever they want. Come on. I got you. A little Largent, a little Jim Zorn, got you. And again, that's why I had to bring up the George Kirby thing. I mean, if they're going to call it that way, there we go. Oh, there we go. Right out of his mitt. I like that. That's a little karma right there for those two horrible pitches that were called ball, that were called strike. Let me see that again. Oh, baby, right out of his mitt. We'll take that. And anytime you can get a little blooper over the shortstop or second baseman and it's in their mitt, out of their mitt, we'll take that. Karma is a biatch. There we go. Nice job, Hollywood. Next up, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. Trident up. And I'm hoping and feeling that maybe we'll end up getting a home run from J-Rod in this series. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but hopefully we get some good productivity out of Julio Rodriguez, baby. Starting to see the pitches a little bit better now. Maybe not home run power, but singles and doubles still work. There we go. There we go. Runners on the corners, one away. That's what happens when you pitch to the Mariners and you don't call it like you're supposed to. Back-to-back hits for Hollywood Rojas and J-Rod. Let's go. Next up, playing cleanup, first baseman, Ty France. Let's go, Ty. You got to get up on these guys early and often. Let's go, baby. Nice to see. And I think JP would have ended up being on with a walk, or maybe he would have got a base knock as well. So things are good so far. Obviously we're on the road, and we do have some road struggles. We're not the greatest road team in Major League Baseball, but again, we are in first place, right? We are one of the best teams in Major League Baseball, one of the top 10, 34-27 record. We're only 13-16 away, so if we can end up sweeping the A's, we'll end up being 500 on the road, which would be great. Athletics right now are 24-37, 13-16 at home, coincidentally. Pitch is high and out of the zone, 2-0 count. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Reflect, Megan, and Scotty Mack for donating early to get the dono train going. I appreciate that. I got a lot of bills, and Paisley is expensive to take care of, so definitely it's going to help. I know I got to go get dog food again for her in a couple days, so thank you so much. And a bag of dog food ain't cheap. It's like $83. So anything that anyone can obviously donate to the channel to support the cause and to support the dream is greatly appreciated. 3-0 pitch. Pitch is in the zone, and that wasn't called. This guy right here, this ump, I don't know who he is. I'm going to have to look it up to see who this main ump is. But based on how he was calling the JP pitches, this is strike 3, or, a strike, right? Instead of just a walk. But I guess, this guy, I don't know what's up with his eyesight. I don't know if he wears glasses or contacts, or he's just making up these pitches on the go. But now we got bases loaded in the top of the first with 1 out. But there is no consistency so far based off batters. JP's pitches were out of the zone. They were both balls, called strikes. Then you had a strike right there to Ty France that he called ball. So I don't really know what a ball is, and I don't know what a strike is, because whatever that box is that shows the strike zone, this ump isn't following it. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is outside. That's now called a strike on the outside of the zone. This is going to be very hard to predict, until the actual call is made by this ump. But at least we got bases loaded. Let's attack and make them pay early. 0-2 pitch from Spence to Luke Raley. Luke raking down first base, foul. But this is probably the most unpredictable ump I've seen all season, and I've called almost every game. My goal is to do probably 140 games out of 162, and I don't think I've seen an ump this bad this early. Yes, I get it when they get tired and it gets later in the game, and if they have a beef with maybe a player, and then they start chirping at each other, then you're not going to get the call, right? Pitch is outside, 2-2 count. But again, it's, when you're just starting off the game and, things are ass backwards, balls are strikes, strikes are balls, it's very unusual. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it ends up being in our favor. And Raley strikes out. Fuck. 2 away. Got bases loaded. We got to get at least 1 run off this bases loaded. Come on now. Next up for the Mariners, DHing tonight for Seattle, Mitch Haniga. Go, Mitch. Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't mind having, human error and having, human umps and human refs. But if there is, some type of computerized system that's like behind them or in the booth where it won't take away too much from the game, where they can refer and, correct some of these calls. And I know they're not going to be able to do that every pitch, but I think that a lot of people would be happy with that. Fuck. Popped up, and we're going to leave bases loaded stranded. Fuck. Well, I guess that's how it goes. We leave them all stranded, but hopefully, as we go into the game, we don't hit into too many DPs. Hopefully Kirby throws 8 to 10 Ks, and then we'll have another scenario like this, and then we'll be able to cash in. Unfortunate, but it does happen. It is baseball. Damn. That was a wasted opportunity right there. We could have actually got something. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Man, oh man. And let me start off with some photos here real quick. We'll get that going for each of the individuals here. Leading off for the Athletics, former Mariner, third baseman Abraham Toro. Batting second, left fielder Miguel Andujar. And batting third, center fielder J.J. Bleday. Let me see if I can get going here. Try to squeeze in a few. Appreciate you, Megan. Hope you're having a great day. Nothing better than the Boz and Steve Largent, huh? There we go. High stepping before high stepping. Is it NFL season yet? Man. So fresh and so clean. Appreciate you. And then let me know what you want to do. Reflect as well as Scotty Mack, and I got you. I got to delete some of these, make some more room. Come on, George. First pitch from Kirby to Toro. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Abraham Toro in the box. George Kirby on the mound. Pitches inside. 1-1 count. Go, George. 4-5 record with an ERA of 4.08. A lot of our pitchers are kind of sitting around this number, just below 500, at 500, or barely over 500, besides Brian Wu. So it'll be nice to get some of these guys a game or two above to kind of gain some momentum as we go through the schedule here in June. We got a couple of easy opponents, but we can't take them for granted, like the A's and the White Sox. We're going to have some difficult opponents like the Guardians and the Twins, as well as the Rangers. So we'll have to definitely take care of business against the teams that we're supposed to win, and hopefully win 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 out of the teams that we're supposed to either lose to or have a hard time with, like the Rangers, the Guardians, as well as the Minnesota Twins. One away with a little dribbler. We'll take that. Next up for the Athletics, left fielder Miguel Andújar. Now, he might be their best pitcher on the squad this year. If he's not the best, he's, I think, top 2, overall this season. Not like a lot of people are going out of their way to watch every single Athletic game. I mean, hell, even hardcore Athletic fans aren't even showing up anymore. They boycotted the stadium, until they obviously move. But you still are going to have a couple hundred, people that are going to be out there, which is a damn shame for, the Athletic players, that they don't actually get a full stadium like every other fucking team out there. But, it is what it is. If you don't have ownership that, cares about the fans and they don't care about winning, then eventually the fans will get fed up and they'll just watch at home or not watch at all. And that's what's happened with the Oakland Athletics. They will be moving to Vegas, but that's not for a few years. Andújar, chop foul. Well, that's good. I'm glad that things are getting a little bit better for you. And we got some new Star Wars to end up watching whenever you have the time. So that'll be exciting. I'll probably end up watching it here tonight, but I won't do any spoilers. I won't message you or tell you anything that happened. I'm not dumb. We want to make sure that we enjoy it in our own time whenever you end up watching it, if it ends up being tonight or this weekend. There you go. Nice K by George Kirby. There we go. Mariner Moose out early. Nice job, George. And we're going to be trying to go for 10 Ks. It's a little aggressive, but when you got one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, you can go for those type of numbers, right? Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Logan Gilbert, or Brian Wu. They're all capable of being electric and getting 10 Ks. Nice job, George. Keep it going. Next up in the box, in the 3-hole, center fielder J.J. Bleday. 244 average, slugging 465, 8 homers, and 22 ribbies in 2024. Sarah with $1 contributing to the cause. Appreciate that. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. $1 holla. Thank you so much. AR, I'll definitely do that. Bottom of the first, 0-0, Mariners and Athletics. 0-2 pitch. Let's go. Another punch out by George Kirby. I love it. Let's go. Nice job, George. Great start. Anytime you can get Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Logan Gilbert, or Brian Wu to get 2 Ks or 3 right out of the gates, it usually is a very good sign that the day is going to be good. Now, when we end up giving up, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs within the first couple innings, it's going to be a long, long day. So far, so good for our boy, George of the Jungle, George Kirby. Nice job. Anything specific, Scotty Mac or Reflect, that you want to see? Let me know. I'll just bust out this AR photo here real fast. And then you guys let me know what you're thinking of, if there's anything, and I got you. Appreciate you. See if I can squeeze in maybe one more. The franchise, the future, Anthony Richardson. Delete these, make some more room. Get some legends up here for Reflect and Scotty Mac. Let's go, baby. We'll squeeze in a few more as we go along. We're in the top of the second. Next up for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. And this will be his second game at catcher in 2024. First day that he ended up catching, he actually did a pretty good job. And they're just trying to get him going. He's only batting 170, OBP of 276. He's definitely struggling. Probably the weakest player in the starting lineup for the Mariners at this point. But, hopefully with an additional extra playing time and catching over Sebi Zavala here and there, maybe can get him up to 200 to 240, maybe sooner than later. At least that's what Mitch Garver is hoping, and a lot of us fans are hoping for. Because once he ends up batting, closer to 250 rather than 150, that means he's going to end up getting hits, not one every 5 games, but maybe one out of every other game. Let's go. 2-1 pitch from Spence to Garv. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Come on, Garv. Focus, baby. See that baseball. Let's go. Yeah, but remember all those rumors last year, how they were talking about how Jefferson was going to go to some other team? They're not going to let a guy like that go. You'd be an idiot to let a player like that go. Again, it's going to be, the closest thing that we're probably going to see to like a Randy Moss, T.O., type of player in this generation. I mean, there's a few others that are very, very good, but again, if he stays healthy and if he actually has a quarterback that can throw him the damn ball, which is a big what if, because I don't think a lot of us are believing in J.J. McCarthy. So I would assume that, Jay Jetta's fantasy value and his value overall is going to go down, which is unfortunate because when he had Kirk Cousins, you could end up being, recognized as the best wide receiver in the game or one of the top 3 or top 5. But now, even if JJ goes to him, 12, 13 times a game, who knows what the throwing motion is going to be and if he's actually going to get the ball. It's one thing to have great hands, but you still need to be able to have the football close. And, J.J. McCarthy is a big downgrade to Kirk Cousins, so we'll see where that goes. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder Dominic Canzone on a 1-1 pitch, popped up. J.J. Bleday, routine play, 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, it's Dylan Moore. But I know if I was a Minnesota Viking fan, I'd be pissed. I wouldn't be that happy. It's like, yeah, you got Hawkinson, you got Addison, and you got Jetta, but what else do you have? You don't got anything. You got a shitty quarterback, you got a shitty O-line, you got a shitty defense. Like, I don't really see anything really that positive there anymore. And, I know Chicago isn't going to be very good either, but there's a chance that Minnesota finishes in last place. And Chicago, they're going to struggle. At times, they're going to play decent, you would think, with the weapons that they have. They still have not really an O-line or, their defense, as far as run defense, is pretty good, but their pass defense is not good. So we'll see where it goes. And, I know you got Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. You got a few pieces, but again, you're going to have time to get the ball there for Caleb. But, the Bears are looking like they could be better than Minnesota. That's depressing if you're a Viking fan. Now, you might end up being at the very fucking bottom because you're not going to be anywhere close to Green Bay or Detroit. Those are going to be the teams that are at the top. And even Chicago isn't going to be able to, smell greatness at the top of that division for quite some time. It'll probably take them 3 or 4 years, and that's if they draft well, bring in more free agents, and get a better coach. Then they might be able to compete with the Lions and the Packers. But if that doesn't happen, you're probably going to see the Bears and the Vikings, third, fourth place for quite a while. Top of the second, 0-0, Mariners and Athletics, 2 away. Spence on the mound, 1-2 pitch to Demo in the box. Fouled off. Yes, we do need Brash and Santos back. I agree 100%. We are going to get Santos, but no Brash till next year. But we might actually make some moves this year since we're in first place, 34-27. I think that the ownership is not going to get players at the deadline every year, right? But just like, the 2022 year, when we started to peak a little bit, I feel that they're going to be very calculated when they want to spend money and when they want to trade for players, and they're not going to do it every year. They're going to be as cheap as possible, but I don't think they're completely stupid either. If they think that we have a chance, to make it to a World Series or an ALDS, ALCS popped up, and that one is over. 3 up and 3 down for the Mariners. But I wouldn't be surprised either way. If there's rumors that we end up trading some of our minor league guys and we bring in some bat or some extra pitching or some bullpen, or we may just be all talk and say that we're going to do it, and then we might not do anything. That wouldn't shock me either. But I do hope that if we don't give up, any of our prized possessions, I wouldn't mind making a move. But it all depends on, for who and for how long. If it's going to be a rental, no thank you. But if it ends up being someone that's going to be on the squad for years to come, then maybe. It all depends on the money and who we're giving up. But if we're going to be giving up, a lot of the farm system, which we have one of the better farm systems, right now, I would say probably top 10, top 12. There's definitely teams that have a better farm system than us, but we do have about 6 players that are in the top 100, and that's a lot more than the Mariners typically have. Normally, we have about 2 or 3. So we're doubling up what we normally have. So we do have some trade bait. But again, I don't want to trade away a guy and that guy turns into the next, Alex Rodriguez or Adam Jones or, whatever player that we could have used if we were patient. And then we trade away for a guy that gets hurt or ends up only being on the team for a few months. So we will see. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning. We're still knotted up here at 0. Next up for the Athletics, DHing for Oakland, Brent Rooka. Batting second, catching tonight for the A's, Shea Langeliers. And batting third, playing right field, Seth Brown. First pitch is outside for a strike. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Got to sprinkle in some legends. And again, Scotty Mack, anything that you want to see photo-wise, you let me know. Same thing with Reflect. If you don't really care, then I'll just throw up some legends as we go. Big check swing for a strike. 0-2 count. So it looks like this ump is calling, the strike zone definitely expanded. So he's pretty much being a garbage ump on both sides. He's calling balls strikes and strikes balls. So I guess we just have to roll with the punches. Pitch is high. So the only way that you're actually going to get a ball is if it's like 4 feet off the plate. But if it's like a foot or 2 off, then you might end up getting a strike still. I'm not sure if I like that, but it is what it is. Let's go, George. 1-2 pitch. So Rooker popped up. Should be a routine play there for Dominic Canzone in the sun. There we go, 1 away. Nice job, Dom. The defense. Next up for the A's catcher, Shea Langeliers. They got their fans on a laptop, not even watching the game. The guy's got big old stomach, and he's got the Apple laptop. He's not even watching the game. He's just on the laptop. Interesting. I guess that's how A's fans show support nowadays. Not even watching the game, but on the laptop. Like, why are you even at the game then? If you're at the game and you're not even watching the game and you're on a laptop, like, what's the point? Terrible. His belly did make a good table, though. I'll give him that. He's eating well. 0-1 pitch. Top back. Foul. 0-2 count. Let's go, baby. Shea Langeliers, 210 average, 12 homers, 29 ribbies in 2024. Come on, George. 0-2 pitch, smoke him. Let's go. Hell yeah. 3 Ks for George Kirby out of the gates. We love that. There in the moves. Jump up, and get down. There we go. 3 Ks already for George Kirby. Next up for the Athletics, right fielder, Seth Brown. First pitch to Seth Brown, gives him the heater, high, 0-1 count. George is on one today. I love it. All right, Megan, no worries. I'll be here for another 2 hours or so. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is inside, 1-1 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Top towards first base. Hopefully we're at 10 likes at least at this point. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, we got half of the people watching on Twitter/X, 16 and another 16 that are watching here in the room. What are we at? We're at 14, 15 now. Thank you so much. We need 5 more people to smash the like button, and we're at the first initial goal. I don't know what we're at on donos. Since Matt is not here keeping a tally, but so far so good for us on the dono side as well. I believe 31, but I could be wrong. Chop foul, 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Pitch is inside. 3-2 count. Count is full. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Mariners and A's, 3-2 pitch. Brown fouls that one off. Count remains full, 3-2 count. Another 3-2 pitch, chop foul. Seth Brown is grinding. 8th pitch already. Splitter, sinker, four-seam. George has got a lot of pitches in the arsenal. $42nd. That's a long time. Congratulations to them. Well, we haven't given up anything. The ump is pretty much calling it the same way, both sides. So it's just terrible on both ends. Balls are strikes, strikes are balls. If it's 3 or 4 feet off the plate, he'll call a ball. But if it's a foot or 2 foot off the plate, it could be a strike. So as long as we know that, and he's going to call it like that the whole game, then so be it. So there's probably going to be opportunities for us as well. So, and it's sports in the building. What's good? No worries. I'm always grinding. Bottom of the second, 0-0 Mariners and A's. 3-2 pitch, Kirby to Brown. Got him, baby. 4 Ks. Let's go. 6 up, 6 down. Great start for George Kirby. And that's what we want. Again, we don't want to see our pitchers getting roughed up early and, giving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs within the first couple innings. Then it's a real battle to be able to catch up late in the game. So far, so good. We did leave bases loaded stranded in the top of the first, which was unfortunate, but we'll be able to make that up. I'm not worried about that. And we're still knotted up at 0. George Kirby right now, 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 4 Ks. Great job. Due up for the Mariners in the top of the third. 0 for 1 with a K. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, 1 for 1. Third baseman, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Little blooper over the shortstop. Dropped it in his mitt for that single to get the rally going. And batting third, 1 for 1, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Try dance up, baby. Let's go. You are overdue. I want to see this in this series. If it's not going to be tonight, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday. Let's go. Let's take a quick look at Mitch Spence and his numbers as well, because we're not haters. We like to be able to see production and who's doing well and who's not. 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. So not as good as George Kirby, but he hasn't given up anything so far, even though we did have bases loaded on Mitch Spence. All right, baby, let's go. Make him pay. First pitch outside for a ball. No count. J.P. Crawford. Let's go, baby. Let's go, J.P. I would like to get rid of these navy blue jerseys and go back to our grays. I think the blue one is the most replaceable. We had a win-loss record graphic that I sent to Justin and Reflect, and I don't think these blue jerseys, these navies, are ugly, but I just think that if we had a choice between these and the grays, I would rather go with the grays. There we go, JP. Go, go, go. Stand-up double for J.P. Crawford. Lauren in the building. What's good? Thank you, Lauren. Mariner Moose is already coming out. There we go. Yes, sir. Next up, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. 1 for 1. Let's make it 2 for 2, baby. Start a rally this inning. Gray sleeveless vest or the white sleeveless like they used to wear, like the jersey that I got in the closet, like the old 95, 97, no sleeves. That look is fire. And they just end up wearing the Mariner blue navy turtleneck with it. It's a fire look, and very rare too. And maybe one day we will do that. I know, once in a while we'll have the turn back the clock jerseys and whatnot, but those cutoff vest jerseys are undefeated. I remember even when Griffey went to the Reds and he wore one over there. There's just something about the cutoff jerseys with no sleeves. Fire. Brian in the building, what's good? But I think out of all colors, this is probably the one that I would trade with the gray. Rojas. Yeah, baby, all the way to the wall. That's going to score JP. Oh, he didn't go. Wow. Had him stay at third base. I guess he didn't have enough speed to go there. I thought he was moving a little bit faster. Runners at second and third with no outs. We're definitely scoring here. I was hoping that third baseman would just say, hey, keep going, just go. I don't think JP had a very good jump on that. He was waiting, to see if it was going to get caught. And by that time, he could only get to third base. So I guess better to be a smart base runner than to, jump the gun and then figure out, oh, shit, and then get thrown out at home. So, which we saw Julio trying to extend the play and get thrown out a few times this season. So sometimes to have that patience is good. To be safe and not sorry. Top of the third, 0-0. Runners at second, third with no outs. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Bring that electricity with that bat, baby. Go, Julio. Julio pops it up. Hopefully that goes out of play. And there it goes into the fifth row, and the guy drops it, and that guy drops it. Nice job. You had a Mariner fan with the bobble, and you had two guys drop it. If you're gonna Julio Rodriguez ball is gonna be there, his son is giving him a cold shoulder too. The son looked at his dad. He's like, "Dad, I can't believe you dropped that." And if the ball is there, and if you have to cup it with two hands, drop your drink or whatever the hell you had in your hand there. I mean, that's going to be probably your only chance to actually get a Julio ball, and you fumbled the bag right in front of you. And he's got like some kind of like nacho thing or like hot dog in his hand. Drop the dog and get the ball for your son. Golly. Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, if that was my son, I would have got it. I'll tell you that right now. Top of the third, second, and third base. 3-1 pitch. Julio, chopper towards third. Throw to first. Got him. That was a great defensive play there by the A's. Abraham Toro, the former Mariner, one away. Keeping that runner, obviously, honest with JP not being able to move. Next up, first baseman, Ty France. Come on, Ty. I can't have another inning of, leaving guys stranded. Let's go. Yes, he has. I 100% agree. And that's when the Mariners, if you notice, when JP and Julio are on, the Mariners are on. When JP and Julio are off, every once in a while we'll still be able to get some wins, but we're not the same type of team when JP and Julio are, making defensive plays. Obviously JP in the infield, Julio in the outfield in the no-fly zone, but also, getting some singles, some doubles, maybe an occasional triple once in a while, and then obviously a game-breaking home run will definitely, get the rally going. Top of the third, runners at second and third, one away, 0-2 pitch to Ty France incoming. Come on, Ty. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Let's get to 20, and then that way we move forward to getting to 30 or 40. We got 40 people watching, and that should go up to about maybe 50 before the game is over at some point, I'm hoping. Pitches inside, 1-2 count. And I know it's the A's. It's not the same type of draw as like Astros, Mariners, or Rangers, Mariners, or Yankees, Mariners, or Braves, or Dodgers, or Phillies, Mariners. I get that, but it's still Mariners in first place at this point of the year. Pretty exciting. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. I really do feel the next 15 to 20 years are going to be the best Mariner years that we're going to see or we have ever seen. We are going to get to the playoffs more than we ever have in our team's history in the next 15 to 20 years. Now, in 15 to 20 years, I don't know how many playoff appearances we're going to have, but it would be nice if we, go and play 20 years. Ty France, go! There we go. Knock in one, knock in two. Go, go, go! Yes, sir. Ty France. A 2-run double, baby. Yes, sir. Nice job, Ty. He's starting to heat up as well. He's starting to look like the all-star from 2022 with Julio Rodriguez. And, Ty was a little overweight and injured last year. It was nothing like we saw the previous year when he was an all-star. This year, started off a little slow, but as of late, he's starting to pick up where he was when he was an all-star a few years ago. Let's go. 2-0 Mariners. Could be 5-0, 6-0 if we were able to capitalize on that bases loaded in the top of the first, but I'll take it. There we go. There we go. You still got the flu? How you feeling, bud? You still got the flu? Imagine it's been a little rough, but hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Next up for the Mariners, left fielder Luke Raley. Chopped towards first base, foul. We got a great opportunity to end up sweeping this team, and that would be fantastic for us. We want to make sure that we're getting above, 500 as much as we can. Right now, this is the, biggest, win-loss differential that we've had in many, many, many years. At this point in the season, 7 games above 500 is wild. And if we end up sweeping the A's, we'll be 10 games above 500. Most strikeout by batters in the majors. Mariners, number 1, 612. Athletics, number 2, 595. Well, we're still first place. So it shows you that even though we're the number 1 strikeout team in Major League Baseball, and the pitching, was hot early on, and it's kind of faded a little bit, as of late, but it's starting to heat up again. And some of the hitters are still ice cold, but some are starting to get hot. We're nowhere near our full potential. And again, if pitching can get better, bullpen can get better, the hitters that we need to count on game in and game out can have a little bit more consistency. And then we get all our pitchers above 500 in the win-loss column. I honestly feel that this team could end up being number 1, number 2, number 3 overall in baseball. We're not on the level of the Orioles and Yankees yet, but, at some point this month, we might be able to catch up to them. I wouldn't be shocked, by June or July if we are the number 1 team in the American League. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to be the number 1 team overall, but I do think that there is some potential there. If we can get hot with the batters and the bullpen and not strike out as much, we could definitely start climbing in the standings and slowly but gradually catching up to the Orioles and Yankees. And then obviously you got teams like the Dodgers and the Braves and the Phillies, and you look at their record. And I know like the Royals and the Guardians and a few teams in the Central, got more wins than us, but I don't think they're better than us. I really do feel right now, Orioles, Yankees, Mariners, those are going to be the 3 best teams in the American League right now. And you can't forget about Texas either. Is that fair? Go, go, go. Hell yeah. 3-0 Mariners. Nice. Let's go. Another double. We're just doubling up. Double, 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 double trouble. I love it. Hell yeah, Luke. Next up for the Mariners, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniga. Wow, what a hit right there. Right past that first base bag. High with a great jump. There we go. 3-0 Mariners. And I told you, even though we had bases loaded and we left them stranded, I knew, at some point or another, if this ump is going to call it this way, that we could get on another rally, and we were hoping that it was going to be within a couple innings of that first inning. You don't want to have bases loaded in the first inning, get nothing, and then have to wait to the 7th inning to score. So I'm really happy and proud that the Mariners are getting this collective unit, hitting back to back to back, and we're finding rallies in these innings, which we should. The A's are one of the worst teams in baseball. The Mariners are one of the best. Throw to first, 2 away. Get that walk in. I got 2 in today. I got 1 more later tonight. Next up for the Mariners, catcher Mitch Garver. Let's go, Mitch. This would be a perfect game for you to get going. You're catching for the second time in 2024. You're in the 7 hole. There's no pressure. Just let the game come to you. Start seeing the pitches a little bit better. And again, we got the easiest schedule out of any team the rest of the way. Out of 30 Major League Baseball teams, the Mariners had one of the hardest records up to this point, right? And then now we got the easiest schedule out of all 30 teams, 30 out of 30. So there's no excuse. Play loose, have fun, and just let the game come to you. And even if that means getting hit by a pitch or taking a couple walks before you get your first base hit, so be it. But you're much better than this 169 batting average that you have. I know you got 5 homers and you got 17 ribbies, but we need you to start getting more hits on a regular basis, not 1 out of every 10 games to get a base hit. Come on now. Garv pops it up. But you can tell Garv is like hella depressed. Like you can just tell with his body language. Like when I see him out there, it's like he already knows he's out before he's even stepped up to the box. Like his shoulders are shrugged. He's not having fun. Obviously he's struggling the most out of any player. And they're trying to give him extra chances by being an everyday player by catching for Sebi Zavala. But you got to be able to get your mental health turned around. And you have to be able to believe that you can turn it around, not feel defeated before you even step into the box. Because if you feel defeated, you are defeated, and you're not going to get a fucking base hit. You're not going to get to first. You're not going to get a home run. So I don't know what has to happen for him to turn it around, but I'm hoping that he'll end up getting a base hit here before the game is over, or maybe 2, but it's not looking like it so far, but we can all pray. Maybe Garv can get a little bit better, since he's been probably the biggest disappointment out of all the Mariner players so far in 2024. But again, even though we have these problems, we're still in first place. We're still balling. We're still one of the top 10 teams in baseball, and we're definitely one of the top 4 teams in the American League, and that feels really damn good to say. Let's go, baby. Go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. George Kirby, 4-5 record with a 4.08 ERA. I want to see him go 5-5, get a dub tonight, and get that ERA into the 3s. Let's go. See who's up next here for the Athletics. Due up for the Athletics, first baseman, J.D. Davis. Batting second in this order, in the 8-hole, second baseman, Zach Geloff. And batting third in the 9-hole, shortstop, Max Schumann. Lauren with a 3-er. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack bang bang. Let me know what you want to do for a photo or 2. If you got a favorite player or something you want to see, let me know and I'll throw that up for you. Appreciate you, Lauren. MSU in the building. What's good? Tigers up 3-0 over the Rangers. Nice. I saw that they optioned Spencer Torkelson back down to AAA. It's crazy, man. Like, you could be the number 1 overall pick or a first-round pick from just a couple years ago. But if they don't feel that you're developing, at that rate that they need you to, sometimes you'll end up getting guys that potentially could have been like, studs for an organization that have to get a reality check in. Is he still down in AAA? I saw that a few days back. You would have more information on that since you're a Tiger hardcore fan. But I was a little shocked to see him go down. But again, if you're not playing well, no one is going to be safe, unless you end up having this humongous contract, and then political and whatnot, and you're, a famous player. Like a Shohei Ohtani is never going down to AAA, but again, if you're a draft pick within the last few years, anything's possible. Thank you for the like and the retweet, Lauren. Appreciate you. Keep beating up on those Rangers for us. We appreciate that. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Another K by Curb. Nice job, George. Fuck yeah, baby. 5 Ks already for George Kirby, pacing for 10. My boy. Let's go. Next up in the box, second baseman, Zach Geloff. 3-0 Mariners. Pitches outside. So what do you think about Spencer Torkelson? Is it, he was having problems in, hitting and defending? Is it a team thing? Is it a him thing? Like why did he end up going down into AAA? Just wasn't playing well, and they decided to finally pull the trigger and do it. Nice hit by Zach right there. He's going for 2. Get him! Sliding into second, safe. Nice effort by Zach there to get that double. 5-game hitting streak for Zach. All right, Geloff, I see you. Next up, shortstop, Max Schumann. Like, what was Spencer Torkelson batting average, home run? What was his stat line this year? Had to have been pretty bad. He had to be batting under 200 for him to get sent down to AAA, you would assume. He has to be batting like 120 to like 160, I would assume it's somewhere in there. Because if he's batting 200 and above, that'd be kind of an odd move to make. But they feel that he's going to get more development to get honed in on his skills. But the MLB draft, like you said, it is very hit or miss, even if it's a first pick overall. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, or anybody in the first round. Some guys will come in right away and be great, and others, it'll take a few years to actually make it in the bigs. And then sometimes, once you make it after a year or two in the minors, sometimes you only make it for a year or two, and then you get sent down. And then you got to be able to hone in on your skills to get back up. But hopefully it works out for you. Last season, 32 home runs and 225. This season, 4 home runs and a 201. Kind of sounding like Julio Rodriguez, because Julio's got 4 home runs. His batting average is better than 201. But I can see why now that they decided to. But they also have to realize that this is a pitching league, not a hitting league anymore. And there's a lot of guys that have talent that are struggling, and a lot of guys are going to get better as the warmer weather comes around. But hopefully Spencer will get called up by at least July. So hopefully he can go in the minors for like a month or less, and then he can make his way back up to the squad and get those numbers back up for you. All right, we're in the bottom of the third with 1 away. Runner at second. 2-2 pitch by Kirby. Kirby's outside. 3-2 count to Schumann. And George is known for not walking, a lot of batters, regardless of what team we play. And we're not going to try to start a new record here today with him getting a bunch of walks. Let's go, baby. Smoke him. Jacob in the building. What's good? Baseball is the hardest sport, man. Football, basketball, hockey. It takes a lot of skill, but I think hitting a baseball and defending a baseball on the highest level, I would feel is harder than making a 3 or shooting a free throw or throwing a touchdown pass, or making a goal. Like, those things are really, really hard. I get it. You know what I mean? But again, being able to hit a baseball 90 to 100 miles an hour, knowing that a pitcher's got 5 or 6 different kinds of pitches, that's going to be harder than making a 3, or throwing a 50-yard pass or making a goal, soccer or hockey. Even though those things are very, very difficult on the professional level. Got him! Another K by George Kirby. Nice job, George. 2.2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 6 Ks. Let's fucking go. ERA of 3.95. Keep it going, George. Nice job. Next up, in the box, former Mariner, big swing and a miss, Abraham Toro, behind in the count 0-1. 289 average, 15 ribbies so far here in runners in scoring position in 2024. I just spent time with Paisley Pup. Again, I wanted to do a stream, but again, the NBA Finals, obviously is a few days away. Stanley Cup Finals, few days away. Dodgers and Mariners were both off, so I just figured I would just have a rest day for my voice and spend all day with Paisley, and that's what we did. Played, went on a bunch of walks, and just had some good quality time. Popped up. Oh! Bloop single scores 3-1 Mariners. Damn it. Abraham Toro with a nice bloop single against his former team. George Kirby can't fucking believe it. Next up, left fielder Miguel Andújar. Seriously, how does this not get caught for real, though? Where's the effort? Where's the effort by J.P. Crawford or Luke Raley or Julio? Come on. Pitch is inside, 1-0 count. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got half of the people watching on Twitter/X, the other half watching here on YouTube. And hopefully we're at 20 or pretty damn close to that number. 1-0 pitch in the zone for a strike, 1-1 count. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, we're at 20. All right, that's awesome. We hit the first initial goal. We got 22 people watching on the YouTube side, another 20 plus watching on the Twitter/X. 9 more to get to 30. We're going to have a good chance to get to 30 or 35 before the game is over. Let's go. Smashed foul off himself. 1-2 count. Come on, George. In the box, in the 2-hole, left fielder Miguel Andújar. Bottom of the third, 3-1 Mariners. Runner at first, 2 away. Chop behind the plate. Foul. Count remains 1-2. Yeah, you're going to need more than 6 at-bats to see, if that's going to be a move that they can keep there or not. So MSU, what is the reasoning that Torkelson is struggling? Is he just not seeing? Is he just, is he like Julio where he's just swinging at everything and he's striking out a lot and popping up and popping out a lot? He's just not seeing the baseball. Obviously, he's not hitting for power this year like Julio. So, and then the batting average is much lower. It sounds like he's striking out a lot and a lot of ground outs and pop-ups, I would assume. Pitch is outside, 2-2 count. Go M's. Yeah, so almost like the same thing as Julio, but the difference between Julio within the last couple weeks, the same shit that was happening in Torkelson with Julio. Julio finally stopped trying to swing for home runs at every at-bat. That's what he was doing in the first 25 to 30 games. And that was hurting us because all it was is that he was either striking out or popping up a mile, and that was it. So now he's just learning that, hey, if I get a single or a double and I'm moving runners over, that's better than trying to go for a home run at every single at-bat and swinging at garbage and getting behind in the count 0-2 all the time. And again, sometimes you have to mature as a player, and it takes a few years to realize that. And again, of course, what I love if Julio was at 15 or 20 homers, kind of sitting where Aaron Judge or Kyle Tucker, would be at right now. Would that be amazing? Yeah, that would be great. But again, I would, I'll take the singles and the doubles and in the batting average, getting closer to 300 rather than getting closer to 200 like your guy with Torkelson. But again, it's going to be one of those things, you have to have patience in the box. And also, I'm wondering if these guys are actually watching film or doing any kind of studying on film study after the games. I don't think a lot of players in Major League Baseball really do it. And, if you really want to get better, watching film is the best way to do it. See how pitchers are pitching to you. Throw to second, force out, got him. End of the third inning, 3-1 Mariners. But good luck with Torkelson. I think he's too good of a talent to keep down in AAA for the rest of the season. Hopefully he'll get called back up within a month, and hopefully he'll find himself, find his swing, find his swagger. Go off in AAA and win some games for your AAA affiliate, and then he'll be back in the lineup helping you win. But that's tough. All right, let's see who's up next here for the Mariners. End of the third inning, 3-1 Seattle. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, right fielder Dominic in the zone, Canzone. Batting second in the 9-hole, 0 for 1, second baseman Demo Dylan Moore. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run and a K, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Let's go, JP. And like I mentioned multiple times during the stream, make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety. These are things that a lot of us, in the room and a lot of people that are watching either on the Twitter/X side or on the YouTube side are going through currently or have gone through this in the past. And it's hard to be able to get out of the darkness once you feel like you're slipping into it. But how you get out of the darkness is you make minor adjustments to your daily routine. Exercise, eat a little bit better, spend time with friends and pets, listen to music, go for a walk. You'd be really surprised if you make minor adjustments to your daily routine that you can come out the other side and be better. But you have to be able to act and make those moves. Otherwise, you're going to go deeper and deeper into the gutter. So make sure you're making those minor adjustments, and those will help you win the day. I'm a great example of that. Big facts. Sometimes you got to cut back on the partying. Sometimes you got to cut back on some of the bad influence friends. It's always great to have people that you got smoke buddies, you got drinking buddies. But sometimes those people, they're just acquaintances. They're not really your friend. And a lot of times, if you get involved with those people too much, not only are you wasting money, but also it can help you kind of go into the gutter, and you don't realize that, eating fast food every day and drinking every day, what it does to your body, and if you can end up, scaling back on the fast food and the drinking, you definitely will feel much better. And again, all it takes is just a day to start and say, this is enough. Enough is enough. And then you start getting on a positive routine, walking every day, and you'd be really surprised. This is the best that I have felt since I was 18, and I'm 42. But it definitely took a lot of discipline to be able to do what I do at this point in my life. Throw to first, 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, second baseman, Demo Dylan Moore. Oh, damn. Fracture in the spine. No way. Prayers up for him. Riley Green's doing good. Nice. 11th homer. Nice. Heck yeah. Pitches inside. 1-0 count. We're in the top of the fourth. 3-1 Seattle. I was going to say, aren't those your big three? And you just answered the question for me right after I was thinking it. So that's tough. And when you lose 2 out of your 3 bigs, kind of hard to compete with the rest of the teams in the division. So it really does, and I got a pup. She's going to be almost 3 years old in the end of summer, and it changed my life forever. If I didn't have Paisley Pup, I don't think I would be, here today. I don't think, like I said, there's, sometimes you don't really understand how deep you are in the gutter. And again, I've been able to make some, good positive changes in my life. I walk about an hour and a half every day, about 30 to 45 minutes at a time in the morning, afternoon, at night with my pup. And it has made all the difference. I cut back on fast food. I cut back on beer and booze. And it was hard at first, but again, once you get used to it and you do a routine for about 3 weeks, and once you get to that 21st day, things become much easier. I think it's just the thought of oh, fuck, I got to walk. Oh, I got to go exercise. Oh, fuck, I got to make my own food instead of just going to McDonald's. It's you have to put in effort, and sometimes, it's tough, being able to, get healthy food costs more than, going to McDonald's where it's much cheaper. But again, it tastes great, but you don't feel good afterwards after you eat it, and you get lazy and you get fat and you don't feel good. So, again, it's hard to make those type of changes, but again, I blew up to about 270. I'm down to 188 now. So, again, if you are willing to make the sacrifices to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, you can do it. You just have to start. Stolen bag by Demo. There we go. Safe. But again, if I didn't have, my pup, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. And it's also a lot harder to walk, without, like a puppy or a dog. I guess you could walk a cat if you have a cat, but It's very difficult to be able to go on your own, and the hardest thing in life is to hold yourself accountable and have discipline, and if you can figure out that discipline, you can achieve anything in your life. But walking definitely is the number one thing for me, again, and I don't even listen to music anymore when I go on walks. I just spend time with my pup, listen to nature, listen to the birds, smell the flowers, go into forest areas, river areas, and just appreciate nature. And if I didn't have my pup, I wouldn't be able to appreciate nature either. But again, if you're going to get a pup or a cat, you have to make sure you're, going to give it the love and attention it deserves. Throw to first, 2 away. AP Crawford with a little ground out. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Bierling and Canha. Was Canha a former Athletic? Was he an Athletic player? I'm trying to remember in the past years. That name seems familiar. Or maybe, I don't know how long back, but what teams did Canha play for before he came to the Tigers? Gio Urshela, Perez. 0-1 pitch to Rojas. Yeah, baby! That's going to score a run. There we go. Wild pitch. 4-1 Mariners. Okay. I was about to say, I thought I was tripping at first, but usually I'm pretty good with names. And since I call hundreds of games, a few Dodger games here and there, a few of the other teams, and, about 120 to 142 games of the Mariners. But I'm pretty sure, I was like, that name seems familiar. For me to do my research, I'm always pulling up the photos and, doing the research ahead of time. So, A's and Mets. Lauren is on it. Popped up. Garbage at bat for Julio. What's new? And we leave one stranded, but we score one, and we're up 4-1 Seattle. There we go. Nice job, Hollywood. Nice to see him kind of get back into a rhythm, too. He was kind of like our Jared Kelenic of 2023, where he was the only good player for the first 20 to 40 games, and then others starting to kind of, heat up. But then once others started to heat up, what happened to Hollywood? His numbers started to go down, just like Kelenic. But now he's starting to ramp it back up, and I wouldn't be surprised, in the next few games that will get Rojas above 300. He's 3 for 3 today. Best game he's had in a long time, and his batting average is just under 300. He's at 291. So that's a great sign to see. There we go. See who's up next for the Oakland Athletics. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 4-1 Mariners. Next up for the Athletics, 0 for 1 with a K, center fielder J.J. Bleday. Batting second this inning, 0 for 1, DHing for the Athletics, Brent Rooka. And batting third in the 5-hole, catching for Oakland, Che Langeliers. Trident's up, baby. No worries. All good. Let's go, George. George doing great so far. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 6 Ks, only 55 pitches in. Let's go. 4 more Ks to get to 10. Lauren's like, I got Google. That's how I'm smart. Google. Google, Bing. No. Appreciate you, Lauren. And I'm happy that you're feeling better, too. Having a cold or flu is the absolute worst. Bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Seattle. Lauren with the doll hair. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack. Bang, bang. $1 holla. Let me know what you want to do for a player photo, and I got you. Even if it's Blue Jays, I'll throw up Blue Jays for you. I know how much you rock with them. I see, your stuff pop up on my timeline for the Blue Jays and stuff to the core. I'm familiar. All right. So you can even be Blue Jay players. That's not going to hurt my feelings. Whatever you want to represent. You want Blue Jay players? You want Mariner players? I got you. Nice little leadoff single there by the Athletics. JJ Bleday. Quit it, JJ. Next up for the A's, Brent Rooker. 0 for 1. Let's make it 0 for 2. Rooker, little dribbler. No time for a double play. Throw to first. 1 away. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We're at 23. We need 7 more to hit the goal to hit 30. We've got 41 people watching. Bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Mariners. Runner at second with 1 away. Next up, for the Athletics, catcher Shea Langoliers, 209 batting average, slugging 480. He's got 12 homers here in 2024. Pitches in the zone for a strike, 0-1 count. Pitches in the zone for a strike, 1-1 count. Let's go, baby. Let's go, George. Keep it moving. 10 Ks, and if we can't get 10, let's get as close to 10 as possible. 8 or 9. Pitch is low and out of the zone. 2-1 count. Four 4-1. So far, so good here for the M's. Oh. That one got chopped off the ump. They made sure that he was okay. You guys both got the Google machine. How do you guys afford that? It's expensive. Pitch in the zone for a strike. There we go. Another punch out by my boy George. Let's go, baby. There you go. George Kirby with another K. Number 7, 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 Ks, baby. Yes, sir. Next up for the Athletics, right fielder Seth Brown. 196 average, 5 homers, 13 ribbies in 2024. It's good to see, our pitchers starting to play well. Because for a minute, Castillo, Kirby, Miller, Gilbert, we're all struggling, and again, they might end up getting a certain amount of Ks, but if we're not getting run support, again, it's like, oh, they get 8 Ks, but then we get 1 run. Or they only get 4 Ks, but then we end up losing 5-3. So it's nice to be able to see that, we're getting run support. And the pitching is also getting better. We're not striking out as much, and we're starting to kind of put it together. And it's nice to be able to see us in first place at this point of the year. And I know from a few wins back, they were saying that this is the first time the Mariners have been in first place at this point of the year since like 2003. So it's been like 20 plus years. So you're definitely starting to see something very special in this Seattle Mariner team. And I know the Yankees are very good with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. And I know the Orioles are very, very good with Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson. But I like our chances against anybody in the American League or National League if we make the playoffs. You never know who might get hot and who's healthy at that point and could end up being a surprise. But I'm hoping that we can get something really special like Orioles, Mariners, and the ALCS at some point in the next 5 years. That would be great. And then obviously you got, Dodgers, Braves, Phillies, and then we'll see what happens, with the Cubs and the Brew Crew. Obviously they're in the Central. STL in the building. What's good? God damn, 10-1. Who did they play? Golly. What's good, STL? Guardians beat the Royals. Nice. You guys are going to be battling with them for years. Twins, Guardians, and the Royals. Baltimore, they're really good, man. Like I said, they're young, they're up and coming, and they play loose. They're the only team in Major League Baseball I feel that is like having fun, and they play loose, and it shows. Of course, you have to have good pitching to play like that, but if you look at their players that are lower in the lineup, they're actually much better than people think. Like if you've watched Oriole games, you understand how good they are. And again, we'll see how far they can go this year, but I would not be shocked. Again, Rangers, Mariners, Orioles, Yankees, we would assume that the champion will be out of one of those four teams in the American League. But you never know. You can't really count out the Guardians or the Royals either. If they get hot, you never know what could happen. So, Bang Bang Play, are they going to review? What's your opinion, Andy? You never know. Again, 7-game series. If it ends up going deeper than people think, we start getting a little bit hotter. I think the Yankees are beatable and the Orioles are beatable. Those two teams are great right now, but we don't know if they're going to be great late in the season, especially if they have injuries. If Aaron Judge gets hurt, are they the same team? No, they're not. If Gunnar Henderson or Adley Rutschman get hurt, are they the same team? No, they're not. So, again, as of today, they're really great. But again, you don't want to be the best team in the regular season like the Braves and the Dodgers have been the last couple of years. You can win 100 to 120 games in the regular season. Last time I checked, you don't get a fucking gold medal for being first place in the regular season. It's the team that's hot and healthy going into the playoffs that ends up winning it all. And that's why we ended up seeing teams like the Phillies and the Diamondbacks making their run over teams like the Braves and the Dodgers. So, so far so good at this point, but we'll see. It's not over yet for teams like Texas or Seattle or maybe a sleeper team like Cleveland or Kansas City. There's no guarantee you're winning the AL East over Baltimore. Stop it. Stop being an amateur. It could go either way. There's no guarantee who's going to win that division. More than likely, it'll be Baltimore or New York, but you can't say definitively who's going to win it today. We're not even at the All-Star break. Stop it. I remember my first baseball game. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Bottom of the 4th. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 0-2 count to Geloff. And to act like the Yankees and Orioles are going to be so much better than the Rangers or Mariners is ridiculous. We don't really know. We're this way too early. They're having great success right now, but that doesn't mean they're going to have success late. Like, we're better than Texas at this point right now, but we don't know after the All-Star break how things are going to go. We'll find out. And the Phillies, they're coming out of the gates hot, but that doesn't mean they're going to be hot all year either. Normally they are kind of average, and then they get hot late, and then they go into the playoffs. But this is the opposite, where the Phillies are starting off like the best team in baseball. Is that going to continue the whole year? Is this the year for the Phillies? We don't know. And obviously with the Braves losing Spencer Strider or Ronald Acuna Jr., they're not making the World Series. At least we don't think so. They still have a lot of great talent, but if you lose those two guys, the chances of them making it all the way and winning is pretty slim to none. So we will see. You think it's the Phillies year, you think it's the Orioles year, you think it's the Yankees year, you get zero credibility, my guy. You might as well just tell me you're Jesus right now. Pour water into wine. Credibility, zero. You. Next up for the A's in the top of the fifth. End of the fourth inning, 4-1 Mariners. Who's up for the Mariners? Due up for Seattle, 1-for-1 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a base on ball. Ty France. Batting second, left fielder, Luke Raley. And batting third, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniga. Anything can happen. Like, no one predicted the Diamondbacks making the fucking World Series or even the Phillies prior to going into the playoffs. So again, you're probably not going to get surprise teams in both divisions, American and National, but there's always going to be a surprise on one side or the other. And it's not that crazy to think if we end up having 2 surprises. It all depends on who's hot and healthy going into the playoffs. Lots can change. Also, if you had an easy schedule up to this point, right, and you end up collecting all these wins against garbage teams like the A's and the White Sox, and then you end up going to the back end of the season and you have a tough schedule and you start dropping a lot of games, like I said, perception is always going to be, what it is right now with like recency bias. So you have to be able to look at the schedule and see what teams you're playing. You're like, oh, look at me, I'm 35-15. But yeah, if you ended up playing a bunch of dog shit teams that were terrible, you can rake up a shitload of wins playing against the fucking A's, Angels, and the White Sox. That doesn't mean you're a championship caliber team. Let me see what the record is when you start playing the Dogs, when you start playing Mariners or the Rangers or the Orioles or the Yankees, and then let me come back to the record. So you have to be able to see like what teams are playing who at what period of time. Facts. Nice job by Luke. Keep it moving, baby. Next up, Mitch Haniga, 0 for 2. Let's make it 1 for 3. Let's go, Mitch. Well, of course, especially when I get people that are like 10 to 15 years old, Like, shit, I've been watching the Mariners longer than a lot of these people that have even been fucking alive. You know, I started watching in like 85. Some of these people that make comments on here have been born just as soon as the 2000s. You know, it's like, shit, if you were born in 2000 or 2005, you're probably not going to know a whole lot more than a lot of people in the room that are 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old that have been watching a lot longer than people that are just born within the last few years. So it's like, you're 15 years old, you've been watching baseball for 5 years, but you can definitely teach me something. Okay. All right. Let's go to the bottom of the fifth, 4-1 Mariners. Next up for the Athletics, 0-for-1 with a K, shortstop, Max Schumann. Batting second, 1-for-2 with an RBI. Third baseman, Abraham Toro. And batting third, 0-for-2 with a K, left fielder, Miguel Andujar. Of course I'm doing fantasy football. Why would I not do it? Of course I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it every year until I die. Of course I'm doing it. Yeah, I'll see what we got, who's interested in doing it, and then, we'll figure out if I have to do a drawing, on how many names and whatnot, and we'll definitely go about that at that appropriate time. Yeah, we're doing it for sure. Well, you get automatic entry with me, so then we'll have 8 others that we'll add to the list, and we'll see what happens. Winner from the previous year always gets automatic entry if they want it, and then if not, and they want to do a league somewhere else, that's completely fine. But you'll get automatic entry for being the champ, and then I'll obviously be in it since it's the NWSF League, and then we'll find 8 other participants. Spence with only 2 Ks, George Kirby with 8. Has a great chance to get 10 to 12 Ks here. He only needs 2 more for 10, 4 more for 12. Let's go. In the box, shortstop, Max Schumann. But, at this point, we're not even halfway through the season. We're about a third of the way through the season. And we can definitely look at the teams that have good records. But remember, just because the record is good now does not mean the record is going to be good 2-3 months from now. So I don't wish injuries on any team. But again, the landscape of the teams could be a little bit different once we get into October or even early September. .3-0 pitch, right down the middle to Schumann, 3-1 count. Yeah, well, if you want BS takes, and just a bunch of bullshit, you can pretty much see BS takes on any fucking channel that's on TV or any podcast. Like, I really feel like sports talk is at its very worst. There's so many garbage people that are out there with their horrible takes that they're getting paid to talk about or just to argue. And they don't even believe what they're arguing, so it's just a waste of time. Again, unless you're someone that can have no bias and just call it how you see it. But a lot of these people that are on TV or on podcasts, they're not willing to do the hard work to come up with the educated opinion and the educated information that's needed to have a non-biased opinion. A lot of these guys are not watching full games. They're not, going in the stat sheet. They're just coming up with something to be, controversial, to argue and whatnot, I can't watch any show anymore. There's no show that I watch anymore. I can't do it. I can't, I don't even watch Pat McAfee anymore. Don't watch Good Morning Football anymore. I don't watch any of those. I feel like I can do a better job just doing my own research and then just relaying information here on my channel. That way that people can get that, But again, We'll get plenty of people that want to come up with theories and different predictions, but Reflect is getting a little bit of a taste of what I'm about, even just on the Mariner side, and I try to treat like all the teams that particular way, and I don't think people realize how deep diving I go every day. I share a lot of the information with Reflect as well as with my buddy Justin, but that's just on the Mariner side, and I do that for many, many teams. So, you get a lot of these people trying to step up to the plate and they want to be able to go at it. But, okay, if you want to go at it, let's see if we're on the same level and on the same page. Because I guarantee, some people that are regulars will be on a similar page than some of us here. But obviously for people that are newbies or just people coming in here wanting to argue, you're not going to win that battle. I mean, unless you're actually watching full games and you're reading and you're not biased and you actually have, some stats to back what you're saying. So 2 away. Oh yeah. He did it twice in a week. I got the recording still too, but that's what happens when you get guys that are on TV and girls. They'll just go to the channels, like on YouTube and Twitch, and then they'll just try to steal any type of catchy or, catchy nickname or catchy catchphrase. So that way they can seem like they're relevant, and whatnot. But it is what it is. I guess it's the biggest form of flattery when you get people that are, on TV, that are, well known, that they can't even be creative enough to come up with their own nicknames or catchphrases, that they have to steal it from someone else. You'll never see me do that. That's a good sign. He hasn't really been doing, he's been okay. Like I said, I haven't seen, he's not the same type of driver as he was a few years ago. Obviously missing that, chunk of the season last year bit him in the ass. And it definitely seems like the drivers are a little bit more even this year, where there's not one guy that's leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. It's like you had William Byron with those 3 wins early on. You have Kyle Larson, but again, you don't really have like one guy with like 8 wins right now. Like it's pretty even. Like there's guys that have 1, a couple guys that have 2, a few that have 3, but it's definitely up for grabs this year. And it's like last year, no one predicted fucking Ryan Blaney being champion. So it kind of shows you if you can get hot late, when you make the playoff, anything is possible. And you can end up being a guy that, only has maybe a couple wins and, you can go from there. So we're in the top of the 6th, 4-1 Mariners. Not over yet. As you can see on the top of the screen above my head, we're still in the top of the 6th, 4-1 Mariners. Shit, Haniger shouldn't even be on the team this year. But again, it is what it is. We'll see what he can do. But I think we have options that are better. I'm happy that he's here now, but he won't be on the team in a few years, I don't think. That's another one right there. Frank Viola. Kirby Puckett. We're in the top of the 6th, 4-1 Mariners. Next up in the box, Mitch Garver. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mitch. 1-1 pitch from Spence to Garv. Pitch is inside, 2-1 count. True North Trident with the like and the share on the Twitter/X. Appreciate that. Garv fouls that one back. Count 2-2. .168 batting average, .305 in slugging, 5 home runs in 2024. Good eye there. Pitches outside, 3-2 count. Come on, Mitch. Get on with a walk. You don't even need to swing. 3-2 pitch from Spence to Garv. Garv pops it up. Shifting foul. Chopper towards third, throw to first, one away. Yeah, I've watched every race from beginning to end, and it's very unpredictable this year. You're going to get a lot of, first-time, winners, and you're also going to end up getting, guys that just get lucky where people are crashing, and sometimes just being able to survive at the end. You might end up being able to get yourself a win like Cindric did. Right place, right time. Other guys having engine failure, running out of gas late, and then they have big names towards the front. But every once in a while, you can get lucky. You just got to be, hovering towards the front, late in the race, and you never know what might happen. But I feel like NASCAR has been very enjoyable. We had a lot of games, that I watched early on that transitioned into the NASCAR Cup afterwards. And it's just one of those things where you don't really know who's going to win from year to year. And this year it's been uber competitive, and I love it, man. At the closest finish, 0.00001 earlier this season, and you don't really have necessarily one specific guy that's dominating the whole way through. So I hope Chase gets better, though. He doesn't really look like. I mean, he ended up winning the Xfinity race just recently, which is good, but he doesn't have the same kind of aura, as Kyle Larson or William Byron. But hopefully he'll get that back. I don't know if he'll get it this season, but I would assume maybe next year. Hopefully he'll get back to being the driver that he was. Or maybe he'll never be the driver that he was. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. O2 pitch from Spence to Dominic Canzone. Got him. Mitch Spence with a K. Mitch Spence, 5.2 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. But we'll still give him love, even if it's only his 3rd K. Got you. Next up for the Mariners, it's Demo Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Pitch is high and inside, 1-0 count. Pitch is fouled back behind the plate. 1-1 count. Top of the 6th, 4-1 Mariners. 1-1 pitch from Spence to Moore. Pitch is high, out of the zone. 2-1 count. Oh, nice catch by that grandpa with a mitt. And then gives the ball to the kid. Nice. Demo, chopper to third, throw to first. 3 up and 3 down for the Mariners. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. See what Oakland has up. Next up for the A's, 1 for 2 with a K, center fielder J.J. Bleday. Batting second, 0 for 2, DHing for the Athletics in the 4-hole, Brent Rooka. And batting third in the 5-hole, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, catcher Shea Langeliers. We're up 4-1. You haven't missed too much. You're still good. Take a quick look to see where we're at. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We have about 50 people watching. on both platforms. And hopefully we're getting closer to that 30 number. It'll help out with analytics and metrics. We're at 25. So if you are in the room and you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got a couple of y'all that just did that. Thank you so much. We need 3 more people, and we're at 30. So we're very close to the goal. We got almost 50 people watching, half on Twitter/X. They have no like button. The other half are on the YouTube chat. You do have a like button. Please smash it for your boy, and that'll help us moving forward. And obviously people have been, participating and doing that, and we've been getting some streams of 30, 40, and even 50 likes, and it's been helping out the overall cause of the channel. We've been gaining more subs, we've been getting more views, we've been getting more shares, and then obviously the people that are donating to the channel, I love you, I appreciate you, and you're definitely supporting me and Paisley and the dream. Thank you. Take it easy, Lauren. Feel better, bud. Pitch is in the corner for a strike. Kirby's still out there. Let's see what Kirby's stat line is. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 9 Ks. Got the chance to be able to strike out the side and get to 12. That's probably not realistic. So maybe 1 or 2 Ks out of the 3 batters. Obviously getting 3 guys out, finishing the day off with 12 Ks and having a 4-1 lead would be fantastic, but I don't need to be greedy. How about we just get to 10, and then if we get 11, great. 12 would be like a dream come true, but how about we just get 1 strikeout to at least just get us to 10. 1-1 pitch to Blade, chopped it foul off Garver's mask. Hopefully he's okay. 1-2 count. But this is one of the better games that we've had out of George Kirby in a minute. Go, George. Chopper. Right up the middle for a base hit for J.J. Blade. Five hits on George Kirby. As long as we don't get bases loaded here, you can always tell, when pitchers get tired, when they end up giving up, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in that 6th inning. It's like all they got to do is hang on for this half inning and then they're done. And then we don't even have to worry about Kirby anymore. But we don't want to, give up, this lead that we have. We don't want it to be 4-3 and then we get the bullpen guy coming in and then he gives up a couple and then all of a sudden we look up in the 8th inning and we're down 5-4. And it looks like he's getting tired. Rooker, fuck. In and out of the glove for Luke Raley. Unbelievable. Same exact thing that happened to the second baseman earlier for the Athletics happens to Luke Raley. Fuck. Runners at second and third with no outs. Damn it. J.J. Blade. Brent Rooka. Next up, catcher Shea Langoliers. So at this point, with runners at second and third and with a 3-run lead with no outs, chances are they're probably going to get to 2 or 3 before the inning ends. Unless we can get incredibly lucky with a double play or a punch out. And there goes George. Damn it. Couldn't even get to 10 Ks. Fucking A, man. He was pitching so good up to that point, and it shows you how hard it is to get to 10 Ks nowadays. You don't see pitchers getting 10, 11, 12 Ks anymore. It's a pitching league, but still, with that being said, these pitchers get tired in that 6th or 7th inning, and a lot of times that's where teams catch up. Fucking A. I was just hoping for 1 more. I didn't want to get greedy. I just wanted 10. It just looks so good on the stat sheet with 10 Ks. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 9 Ks, 94 pitches, 65 strikes. He did get his ERA down to 3.93. Now we got to hope that both doesn't fuck this up right here. Come on, Austin. Damn it. This is going to be a very crucial half inning here. Come on, Austin. Come on, Mariners, dig deep here. And it would have been nicer if we had guys at first and second, because then there'll be a better opportunity for a double play. But when you got guys on second and third, they might bunt a guy over. They might do a sac fly. We're not going to probably strike out 3 in a row. So again, we're probably going to end up giving up at least a run here. George is pissed. Look at him. He is angry. He played so well up to that point, and that's kind of been the MO for the Mariners. Like, if we're really hot in the beginning, because it's either we give up 5 runs in the first inning with like Castillo, Kirby, Miller, or Gilbert, and we're like, fuck my life, the game is over already in the first inning, or they pitch really well like this, and then at the very end of the starter, being able to go out, he just gets tired, and then the team starts hitting him in that half inning, and then things start to collapse. But hopefully both can find a way to bail us out here. Little chopper. No even attempt to throw home. And there brings in 1 right there. Now it's 4-2 with 1 away with a runner at second. I don't think the Saints are really going to be the Saints until you move on from Carr. He's not the right fit for that team. AK-41 is getting a little bit older. We already know Michael Thomas is no longer part of the Saints. You have Olave, so that was a good draft pick to take over, because you already knew Michael Thomas was never going to be Michael Thomas ever again. Can't guard Mike, can't get a job, right? So, defense is still pretty good, but their guys are starting to age a little bit, like Cameron Jordan. So I still think the Saints, Falcons, and Bucks are going to duel it out for the NFC South. The Bucks might end up being the favorite again, even though the Falcons are starting to creep up and with Kirk Cousins, and we'll see where it goes. But all 3 teams are going to battle to try to get to 10 wins, and you probably are going to get 1 team that'll get double digits, and then the other 2 will barely miss it with like 8 or 9 wins. But I would assume Saints, Falcons, and Bucks are good enough to win a minimum of 8, but 1 team will probably win 9, 10, 11. I don't think anything above that, just based off the competitiveness in the NFC. But you never know. I watch, I'd follow the Saints if they were my own team, and again, you got to get rid of Dennis Allen as well. He's not a head coach. He's a coordinator, and so again, for all those people, that love Sean Payton and Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, that era is not going to come back. And it was really hard for, fans to really like settle in and oh, Jameis Winston, oh, Carr. It's not Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a legend. He's a GOAT, arguably the best short quarterback of all time. Guy that can throw for 5,000 yards. You're not going to get that out of anybody that's on the roster right now. And again, it's all about the swagger and the vibe. And I think that even me, being a Bucs fan, I can tell Saints fans don't like Carr. They were already not sold right out of the gates, and I wasn't either. You could just tell certain guys that come in as free agents, either it's going to be a fit or it's not going to be a fit, and he's not a fit. It worked out on the Raiders. They had no offensive line, but the way that the offense was there with Darren Waller, and they had Devontae Lade, and they had a few others that they could go to, right? But, and the defense really wasn't anything besides Max Crosby. But the way that they played, it suited Carr in that particular scheme and offense. But then going to the Saints, where you're normally going to be a run-heavy, defensive first-minded team, and he just seems like, I don't know, he's just awkward out there. Like, it's like, certain guys, when you see them on their new teams and you're like, this isn't going to work. And you can tell, obviously AK-41 missing like the first month, throw to first, got him 2 away. But I feel that was a mistake. And sometimes you just have to admit that you make a mistake. And then at some point, hopefully they'll end up drafting someone or bringing in someone that's a better fit. But again, I still think it'll be a 3-team race between the Falcons, Saints, and Bucks, and we'll see what happens. But that's a pure example, of offensive coordinators that can't be a head coach. There's a lot of guys that get thrown into the role, but that doesn't mean that they're going to succeed. Sometimes, it's one thing to be the leader and then call plays, but sometimes guys are just good play callers and they don't have the leadership quality. People don't care what a person says. They're just like, they're there, but there's not really a respect there. So But Dennis Allen is not the right person to coach that team. I want to see the Saints as a good quality team. And obviously their running game and their defense will always keep them in games. But if they want to end up winning the division again and beating up the Bucs, beating up the Falcons, and beating up the Panthers, there's going to have to be things that need to change. Got to make sure you restructure that O-line, get a new quarterback, fire the head coach, and, kind of rebuild. Little chopper, throw to first, JP to France, got him. Well, at least we only gave up one run right there. The score is 4-2, end of the sixth inning. Could have been much worse. And let's go here to the top of the seventh. No, I don't think so either. But again, that's why Saints fans fuck with me, because like I said, I keep it real, I keep it honest, because I just put myself in the shoes. If I'm a Saints fan, would I be excited for Carr? Fuck no. I watched the first month and I was like, this is garbage. But again, not having AK-41, because what's a quarterback's best friend? A good O-line, a good defense, and a great running back that you can hand it off to, right? And obviously bringing in a running back from Detroit didn't work out. Right? Jamal Williams ended up scoring like 20 fucking touchdowns all on the goal line for Detroit. You come in for the Saints and he was dog shit. And again, the offensive line wasn't as good as it was in years past. Defense always has studs, and they're always going to fight for each other. And that's one thing about the Saints that I respect, is that they always ride or die for each other. It's them versus everyone. And I really appreciate that, even though I'm a rival Bucs fan. But again, you can tell with personnel, and play calling, if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. And again, things need to change for them to be able to. There is a true possibility, and I think that Saints fans will understand this. There's a chance that you guys finish in third. The Panthers are going to finish in last. I still think the Bucs are going to be in first or second. And if you guys don't finish in second place, that would mean that Kirk Cousins in Atlanta passed you. And I think if that happens, Saints fans aren't going to be surprised. Because based on the quarterback situation and the play calling that you got right now, the Falcons still need some work on defense. That's 100% true. And we don't know, exactly what we're going to get out of Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. But the way that the team is, laid out, there is a chance that maybe the Falcons end up winning like one more game than the Saints. And maybe they make a wild card or maybe barely miss it. Like maybe the Saints win 8, maybe the Falcons win 9, and then the Bucs win 10. It's not like I think the Buccaneers are going to win 14 games and go 14-3. That's ridiculous. Maybe some like idiot Buck fan would say that, but it's going to be pretty close. But I definitely could see Bucs, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. And again, if the Saints want to finish in first or second, not third, they got to figure that shit out sooner than later. Otherwise, they're going to be a third place team in that division until things change. The highest they're going to be able to go is second. But again, I don't think a lot of Saints fans really appreciate what they have right now, and they wish they could go back to the past. Top of the seventh, 4-2 Mariners. Let's go, JP. In the zone, but called ball. Man, this up is crazy. Let's go, JP. 2-0 count to JP Crawford. We need some more insurance. 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. Pitch in the zone for a strike, 2-1 count. Pitch is high, 3-1 count. Three-one pitch from Newcomb to Crawford. JP crushes that. Oh, good catch. Seth Brown. Nice athletic catch there in the outfield. That was going to be a double for JP if he would have missed that. Nice defense by Seth. I'm not a hater. I see you, Seth. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman, 3 for 3 with a run and an RBI. Hollywood Josh Rojas. Can you go 4 for 4, baby? Let's go. Yeah, but if I was a Saints fan, looking at what the Falcons are building and what the Bucs have, like I said, the running game and the defense will keep you in games, but Again, you might be able to beat the Falcons, but the way that the Bucs are sitting right now, I wouldn't be shocked if they win the division again. I'm not saying that the Bucs are going to be a Super Bowl contender because they're not. They're going to be a pretender, but they'll still have a good chance to win the division with 9 or 10 wins, maybe 11 at the most. Big swing and a miss, 2-2 count. Like if the Bucs got lucky with, other teams got banged up and, they might be able to overachieve in the next couple years and maybe with a smidge, maybe make an NFC championship game, but I highly doubt it. They seem like a team, big strikeout there on Rojas, 2 away. The Bucs are a team that, will make the playoffs, lose in the first round, or play like, okay for like a half and then maybe get by barely in the first game and they get stomped in the second game, but I don't think they have a team good enough to go all the way. Again, I know what it takes to be able to be a champion. Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, Mike Allstott. We don't have players like that. We don't have Tom Brady. We don't have Gronk. We don't have Bruce Arians. It's like Baker has overachieved and found a home, but how many more years of Baker Mayfield do we really have? And how far is he going to take you? Not that far, and that's me being honest and real. So, but other Bucs fans are delusional thinking that we're going to win the Super Bowl every fucking year. So, throw to first, got him. Wow, what a throw to get Julio out there. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning, 4-2 Mariners. Who's up for the Athletics? Two up for the A's, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Shortstop, Max Schumann. Batting second, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Third baseman, Abraham Toro. And batting third, 0 for 3 with a K, left fielder, Miguel Andujar. Let's go, M's. He is doing good. Like I said, he definitely was one of those guys that needed to go to a couple different teams, to be able to find a home. And again, there's going to be times where, some of the throws, don't look that good, but again, he's not a top 10 quarterback, but he's somewhere between like 11 through 15. Now, will he play like a top 10 quarterback from time to time, like maybe one game a month? Yes, he will look like a top 8 or top 10 quarterback maybe once a month. But as far as overall, he's going to be sitting somewhere between 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But he definitely is one of the top 15 quarterbacks in this league. It just depends if we get the good Baker or the bad Baker. It also depends how the O-line is doing, and if the running game can open up because we're not very good at running the football. So if we can get better at running the football, then that's going to be more stats for Mike Evans, for Godwin, and for the rest. And that'll be able to open things up a little bit more. We did get Bucky Irving from Oregon to kind of, play with Rashad White. So maybe the running game will be a little bit better. I'm hoping, but, we'll see how it goes. Max Schumann leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th. Mariners 4, A's 2. Little dribbler, Rojas to France, 1 away. Got Stanek in. I don't know how I feel about that. Hopefully he does well. Next up, the former Mariner, third baseman, Abraham Toro. Come on, Mariners. Pitch is high, 1-0 count. Oh, you should go STL, even if it's nosebleed. But you got to save some money, though. It's going to be very expensive. Even nosebleeds would be expensive. All right, we're at 33 likes. Glad to see more people come through and smash that like button. 34 now. We need 6 more to get to 40. Let's see if we can get 6 more before the game is over. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Love you. Appreciate you. Bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Mariners over the Oakland Athletics. 3-0 pitch on the corner, and he walked him. Uh-oh. Stanek, you might need to get a haircut on that mullet. Next up for the Athletics, left fielder, Miguel Endua. All right, we need a double play here. Oh for 3 with a strikeout, fielder's choice, and a flyout in his first 3 at-bats for Miguel. Stanek pitches outside, no control. Where are you pitching, Stanek? Golly. Double play, baby. Come on now. I need a deep peek. Perfect batter to try to get one on, too. There it is. There it is. Yes, sir. Double play. Stanek gets out of the inning. Let's go to the top of the 8th. 4-2 Mariners. Hell yeah. See who's up here for Seattle. Due up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a base on ball. First baseman, Ty France. Batting second, left fielder, Luke Raley. And batting third, DHing tonight, Mitch Haniga. Let's go M's. Yeah, I like him. You know, like I said, him, Bowman, any other additions that we can have. I mean, again, we're going to be very critical of certain guys, but again, you know, giving up, you know, a hit here, a hit there, but then if you can end up not giving up runs, you know, and end up getting out of the inning, that's all that matters. So, you know, there's been some good performances, you know, from our bullpen. There's been some terrible performances out of our bullpen, but, you know, as long as we're not giving up. And most of the guys in the bullpen have an ERA under 4. Some of them are going to be in like the 2 to 3 range, but most of them are like in the 3s. And, you know, like both is like, what, 3.28? And I know Stanek is closer to the 4 range, but he's still at 3.68. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes they're going to get roughed up. But again, you know, you just hope that it doesn't end up leading to, you know, big home runs when you look at the scoreboard after they come in for like a George Kirby and then you're down. So far, so good. Mariners 4, Athletics 2. We're in the top of the 8th. Next up is Ty France. Let's go, baby. Pitches outside, but called strike. What's new? This ump is terrible. 0-1 count. Come on, Ty. Pitches high. 1-1 count. So it's like a foot or 2 foot off the plate, strike. If it's 4 feet, then he'll call a ball. But if it's like a foot or 2 foot off, then that'll probably be called a strike no matter where it's at. That one was about a foot and a half off the plate. He called ball. That's shocking. 2-1 count. Ty crushes that one foul. 2-2 count. But I already knew that this ump was going to be terrible after that first at-bat to J.P. Crawford where he punched him out where 2 balls were way off the plate. But that's just how some guys are. A little rounder towards first base, one away. But I mean, if you're going to call it both ways, that way, where the strike zone is twice as big than what it normally is, fine. It just gets a little frustrating. You know, when you see the box on the screen and you see where the baseball is planted, you know, and it's definitely a ball, and then he calls strike, but, you know, it is what it is. As long as, you know, Kirby and the other pitchers, Stanek, are getting that same type of courtesy, then fine. Pitch in the zone for a strike to Luke Raley, 0-1 count. Pitch is outside, about a foot and a half off the plate. That was called a ball. Shocking. 1-1 count. Top of the 8th, 4-2 Mariners. I want some more insurance, though. I want at least one more run. I want us to get to 5. And that's the magic number for the Mariners on every single fucking game. 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits. We hit that number, we're going to win 90 to 95% of the time. If we don't hit that number, can we still win? Yeah, but, it doesn't really make you feel as comfortable when you have, 3 or 4 runs. You feel okay, but, a team can get a rally going, and, I don't want to lose 5-4. But I think we have a great chance to be able to sweep this Athletic team like we swept the A's, or the Angels, in the previous series. Pitches in the zone. Got him. Newcomb with another K. Next up for the Mariners, DHing for Seattle, Mitch Haniga, 0 for 2. Let's not make it 0 for 3. Pitch is outside, 1-0 count. Pitch is high, 2-0 count. Come on, Mitch. Pop up and ground out, fly out. Come on now. Pop behind the plate, foul, 2-1 count. Nice 4-seamer there. Jam him. Well, those will be more than 500. It might say 500 now, but there'll be much more as we get into the season. Top of the 8th, 4-2 Mariners. 3-1 pitch. Haniger. Little blooper. Yes! There we go. Hell yeah. There we go, Mitch. Good job. And instead of Mitch Garver, we're going to bring in Cal Raleigh. There we go. I like that. Like, we've given Garv so many chances to be able to hit. Even made him the backup catcher over Sebi Zavala. I don't know, man. Guy can't play. Hopefully things will get better for him, but his batting average is going to be down below 100, based on how he's playing. It won't surprise me one bit, to go from 160 to 150 to 120 to 100, and then at some point he'll be at like 0.90. And then at that point, what do? Send him down to AAA? Might as well bring Harry Ford up, Montez up, and a few of the others up. Colt Emerson, Cole Young, Ryan Bliss. Nice stolen bag at second. I like Ryan Bliss's speed. Sean Newcomb with a little mound visit here. Let's go, Cal. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, 4-2 Mariners with a runner at second. In the box, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Bring that electricity, baby. Let's go, Cal. Wow, intentionally walked. Wow, really? Interesting. I don't think I would have done that, but... Next up, 0 for 3 with a K, Dominic Canzone. Like, usually when Cal comes in to pinch hit, he's not going to, like, homer. More than likely he'll strike out or he'll pop up. But I guess they have he struck a little fear into them, I guess, for Newcomb. And they'll go for the individual that is 0 for 3, trying to make him 0 for 4. It'll be hilarious if Dominic Canzone ends up hitting a 3-run jack just based on pitching around Cal Raleigh to Dom, and then Dom ends up making him pay. We'll see. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. Yeah, it's just nice to be able to see the Japanese players being able to come over and not just be pitchers. You know, you're getting obviously positional players also, but obviously a big wave of pitchers this season, and a lot of them are pretty good. You know, they're being able to hang with a lot of the American pitchers and a lot of the guys that are here in the MLB. It's nice to be able to see that shift of, you know, it's not just Hideo Nomo, you know, it's not just Hideki Matsui, you know, and you have Ichiro and, you know, Shohei Ohtani, you know, but again, a lot of these pitchers now, like Imanaga for the Cubs, it's been pretty amazing to see. I don't think anyone anticipated Imanaga being as good as he is, but again, we'll see how he does in the second half of the season after the All-Star break. 2-2 pitch, pitches outside, 3-2 count. Lauren is back. Three-two pitch from Newcomb to Canzone. And off the plate for strike 3. What's new? Not even close in the strike zone, but that's what this ump is calling. I didn't know we had another Angel Hernandez. I didn't know Angel Hernandez had a brother. Jesus Christ. Good thing we're up. If we were down right now or tied, I'd be so pissed. All right. I guess it is what it is. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Mariners. We got to be very careful here because this is the part of the order that has fucked us up in this matchup. 2 for 3 with a run and a K. Center fielder, J.J. Bleday. This is where the run typically starts. Batting second, DHing for Oakland, Brent Rooker. And batting third, catcher, Shea Langoliers. If we get past J.J. Bleday, we'll be just fine. Hopefully he doesn't do any damage to us. All right, who's in for the Mariners? It's Thornton. It's Lauren's brother. It's Lauren's cousin. Hopefully Trent doesn't fuck this up. Come on, Trent. Got to give him some encouragement. Well, Mariner Moose. Let's go, baby. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you're taking care of your mental health. Addiction, depression, anxiety, these are things that a lot of us are going through on the daily or have gone through in the past. If you feel like you're slipping into the darkness, make some changes in your daily routine. Don't eat so much fast food. Don't party as much. Exercise, right? Listen to music. Spend time with friends. You know, if you end up making these minor adjustments to your daily routine, it'll help you get out of the darkness quicker, and then you can win the day. It's the hardest thing in life to have discipline in your life, but if you can do it, you can make those proper changes to win the day. I'm a great example of that. All right, baby, here we go. Thornton, first pitch to J.J. Bleday, goes foul. Let's go. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got 53 in the room. Let's try to get to 40 likes before the stream ends. I don't know where we're at right now. I haven't looked, but hopefully we get there. And like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Everything helps. J.J. Bleday, line drive. Luke Rayleigh says, not this time. There we go. One away. All right, I feel a little bit easier now with J.J. Bleday out. Not today, JJ. You already got your hits. Next up for the Athletics, DHing 1 for 3, Brent Rooker. Come on, Trent. Yeah, I go over it, Edgar, a lot. You know, I feel that a lot of people need to hear it, and I don't think a lot of people really talk about it or make an effort to go over it. You know, obviously we'll talk about sports and wrestling, but we also talk about life, and, you know, that's why I don't put up with any of the bullshit with a lot of the trolls and a lot of the haters, because I want to preserve, you know, the mental health and the space and make it a safe place. A lot of, streamers don't care. They just want subs and they just want views, and they're not gonna block people. Even if it ends up being a toxic individual, they just want more views, more subs, more numbers. But for me, I would rather take hundreds of less subs to preserve the mental health of the people in the room that are important to me, instead of being at 21,000 or 22 or 25. If that means I have to have 1,000 less subs, but then the room is pure, then I would rather have that than having bigger numbers and just having a chaotic room. That's the difference between my channel and every other that's really out there. I feel a lot of the others, they don't care. They say they care, but they really don't, because if they did, then they would block people. They would eliminate those toxic people, but typically they don't. They'll talk a big game, but they don't actually act on it. But for us here, I really want to make sure we already have enough stress in our life. The last thing that you need is to have your favorite YouTube channel or one of your favorites just have a bunch of toxic assholes in the chat to ruin it for you. Because then if it gets to that point, you may like the host a lot, but if the chat is terrible, you're going to lose people. And I don't want to lose any of the people that are important to me. So that's how it goes here. Plus, I've, gone through it. Addiction, depression, anxiety. I know what it's about. I've been in the gutter. If I didn't have my pup, I probably wouldn't be here. And that's being honest and true. Now we got a little mound visit here. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Mariners. Runner at first. 2-0 count to Shea Langoliers. We have a good opportunity to get a double play and get out of this inning here to Shea. Not saying that Shea is a terrible player, but it's just a good opportunity here to have him hit and do a double play. Just got to make sure the pitch selection is on point. And I like that Cal's in the game instead of Garv at this point, too. Tried giving Garv another shot at catcher, but he still can't hit. Another game of 0-3. Rough. Come on, Trent. Come on, Trent. Lauren, your cousin, is upset. There we go. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 count. Come on, baby. Yes, sir. How's that weather in Mexico today, Edgar? How's the weather treating you where you're at? Hopefully the weather's nice. We had a little patch of overcast weather, but then the sun popped out a little bit, but nothing too crazy here in Oregon. Popped up, foul. Count remains 2-2. Come on, Trent. Don't let those trumpets get to you. There we go. Got him. There we go, Trent. Got a boy. 2 down. There you go. Nice job, Trent. Next up for the Athletics, right fielder, 0 for 1 with 2 base on balls and a K, Seth Brown. Pitches inside, 2 feet off the plate. I'm surprised that wasn't called a strike. 1-0 count. 0 for 1, 2 walks, 196 batting average, 5 home runs, and 13 ribbies. Pitches low and into the zone. 2-0 count. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. We need 4 more people to smash the like button to hit 40. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got about 60 people watching total between the platforms. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Mariners. Runner at first, 2 outs, 3-0 pitch from Trent Thornton to Seth Brown. Thornton, can you hit the fucking strike zone? There you go. Hitting the strike zone at every 4th pitch. Jesus Christ. Come on, Trent. Get those goggles fucking adjusted. Making my eye go fucking cross-eyed. Oh, shit. Back. Foul. Thank God. Fuck. think putting Trent Thornton in was a mistake. Bottom of the 8th, 4-2 Mariners. Runner at first, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch to Trent Thornton. Can he hit the strike zone? Fuck no, he can't. In the fucking dirt? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Cole Young is good. Colt Emerson, another one. Lazaro Montes, another one. Harry Ford, another one. We got 6 guys in the top 100, but those 4 should be the best out of the players that we got in the top 100. Very exciting. Fucking Trent. Next up for the A's, 1 for 3 with a K, first baseman J.D. Davis. Like, why not have Andres Munoz just come in now? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we even fucking around with Trent Thornton? You know what I mean? Like, just put it, you know, we've had Andres Munoz go with 2 5-out saves. You know what I mean? So this would be a 4-out save if we needed to go this particular route. But why are we fucking around with Thornton here? Jesus Christ. 2 feet off the plate, 1-0 count. Jesus. Come on, Trent. I mean, if we're going to go with Munoz in the 9th, we don't want the game to be fucking 5-4 when he comes in. We want to have the lead still. Pitch is outside by 2 feet, 2-0 count. Where's Paul Sewald when you need one? Huh? Bring back Paul Sewald. Fuck. 2-0 pitch to Davis. Finally hits a strike in the zone. 2-1 count. I mean, how many pitches do you need outside the zone to understand that the guy is not in the zone? But I still think he can get out of this inning. Popped up. There we go. Shallow right. Thank God. Thank God. All right. All right, let's go to the top of the 9th and see if we can get one more run for some insurance. That was making me nervous, especially when someone can't hit the zone. I mean, then all of a sudden you're just like walking guys on, base, and all of a sudden they're getting automatic runs for nothing. Next up, 1 for 3 with a run, second baseman. It's Demo Dylan Moore. Batting second, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. J.P. 1 for 4. And batting third, the hottest Mariner today, batting 3 for 4 with a run and an RBI. Third baseman, Hollywood, Josh Rojas. Electric today. Keep it going. Well, I wouldn't want to pay him that much if we were going to have to get him for that price. All right, baby, let's go. Let's go, Demo. 4 runs, 10 hits. We got the hit number. We're at 10. One more run. I need a little bit more insurance. Scott Alexander coming into the game for the Athletics. Southpaw time. Wild pitch into the dirt, away from the catcher. Good sign, 1-0 count. Shea Langoliers couldn't even get a mid on that. Come on, Demo. One-0 pitch from Alexander to Demo. Popped up. Should be a routine play to right field to Seth Brown. One away. Next up for the Mariners, 1-for-4 with a run and a K. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. Andres Munoz warming up. Pitch is outside. 1-0 count. Yeah, and Raleigh's got Boris as an agent too, so we'll see how that goes, if we're able to keep Cal or not. Obviously nice to have Harry Ford waiting in the wings and whatnot, but I would love to have Cal on the roster. One of my favorite players, but again, it does turn into a business and you have to be able to figure things out. It'll be very interesting to see how things do play out between now and then. It also kind of depends on if we end up winning a World Series or if we get to a World Series before then. That might end up changing the opinion, of management at that point on who they want to keep and who they want to possibly, get rid of if they can't afford them. Chopper, throw to first, 2 away. Yeah, but if we had a choice between Kirby, Gilbert, Wu, Miller, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Luis Castillo. I mean, I know he's in the number 1 hole, but that would probably be the first pitcher I would be, willing to give up out of the pitchers. I'm not saying that Luis Castillo is bad, but he's not really the same player as he was when we first got him from the Reds. Very hit or miss. Still has the ability to get 10 Ks and give you that good leadership on the mound, but he's very hit or miss. But you could pretty much say that out of any pitcher this year besides Brian Wu. He's been electric. But all the others, Castillo, Kirby, Miller, Gilbert, that have been really, really good, or they've been really, really bad. And Gilbert had most consistency up until the last maybe few starts, but he's starting to kind of get back into where he was, I feel. Big swing and a miss, chased on that one for Rojas. Very quick inning, 3 up and 3 down. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Andres Munoz about to close this game out. I would just love to have Harry and Cal together, but depending on what happens with the team and as we move forward into 2026, 2027, there might be a possibility where we just can't afford Cal Raleigh, which would break my heart, but we'll see what happens. And how many people have 5 elite pitchers? I mean, we're one of the only few squads in Major League Baseball that have this kind of quality, 1 through 5. So I understand that we're not going to be able to keep everyone. All right, baby. Andres Munoz time, baby. Let's close this game out. On the mound. Mid-pitch. Punch out. Let's go. Happy that we got one of the best closers in baseball. But, we've had pretty good luck. Edwin Diaz, he was great. Sewald, now Andres Munoz. Got to have a good closer if you want to be competitive in Major League Baseball. And plus, with all the other guys coming up with Young and Emerson, Montez and Ford, there's going to be, pieces where, we might not have to, bring in guys like Polanco and Garv You know, like where you're trying to spend money, but you're not going to spend the big money. You're trying to find the analytical deal. You're trying to find a guy that has good numbers and analytics and metrics, and then you pay that guy and then hope that they can bring that energy and those, type of hits and that type of energy over to the Mariners. But, both of those guys really haven't lived up to the billing, but at least the Luke Raley for Jose Caballero, at least that one worked out. All right, here we go, Munoz. We're in the bottom of the ninth, 4-2 Mariners. Fucking smoke them. And I think we would have another 3, 4, 5 wins if Brash was playing with us. If he was the first guy in the 6th or the 7th, and he's got the ability to pitch more than one inning like Andres Munoz. Like you could have him in certain situational baseball pitch, 2 innings if needed. Same thing goes for Munoz. If you need him, he can go, for a 5-out outing. It's not going to be every time, but he's got the ability. We really do miss Brash, but at least we'll get Santos back soon, and that should help us. 2-0 pitch in the zone for a strike to Kiloff. 1 for 3 and a run and a K for Zach. 2-1 pitch low, close to the dirt, 3-1 count. Come on, Munoz. Count is full, 3-2 count. Munoz has got him. And I like that we got Cal in right now, catching for Munoz, not Garver or Sevi Zavala. No disrespect to those guys, but 3-2 pitch. Fucking got him to chase, baby. Yes, sir. First punch out for Andres Munoz. 1 away. Nice job. Next up for the Athletics, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Shortstop Max Schumann. Let's make it 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Check swing for a strike. 0-1 count. Oh, right past Rojas. Fuck, right into JP's glove. Nice hit by Schumann. Nothing we could have done there. Max goes 1 for 4. Next up, the former Mariner, 1 for 3, an RBI, base on ball, third baseman, Abraham Toro. Maybe we'll get a double play here and end the game. Just out of Rojas's reach. No, not due to lack of effort, though. Tried. I like Brash a lot. Like I said, I think that, he gives you that swagger, that energy, that confidence. And it would be a better setup guy, to have him and then to go into, whoever, Thornton or Stanek or, to have that next guy go after. But we'll get him back. And hopefully, he'll heal properly from the injury. Come on, baby. Reflect with the tenor. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Oh, popped up. Should be a routine play here for Luke Raley in left field. There we go. 2 away. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Anything that you want to see, let me know. I got you. All right. Potential last batter here for the Mariners. 0 for 4 with a K. Left fielder Miguel Andua. Let's go, Ams. Appreciate you, Reflect. And if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. I don't know if we're at 40 yet, but we got 65 people watching based off the platforms. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. It'll help us with the analytics and the metrics. Oh, shit. Almost hit him. Pitch is inside. 1-1 count. All right, I got you. Obviously was not intentional. Come on, Andres. Fuck. Unbelievable. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. And now we got JJ Bleday, the last guy that you want up if you're a Seattle Mariner fan. This is not the guy that you want up. Out of everyone that's in the lineup, this is literally the last guy that you would want up. You could pitch to anybody else but him. Hopefully he doesn't do anything crazy here. 2 for 4 with a run and a K. JJ Bleday. Fuck. Come on, Munoz. And I don't think I would want to necessarily intentionally walk JJ Bleday, but I mean, he's not like a Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire type of player. But again, with 27-0 when leading after 8 innings, let's not make it 27-1. Fuck. Golly, what the fuck? Now it's 4-3. Jesus Christ. Fucking what kind of pitch was that, Munoz? Nice catch by Munoz sliding into home like that, but he could have injured himself. Mariners 4, Athletics 3, bottom of the 9th, all with 2 outs. Munoz throws it to who knows who the fuck he was throwing to there. Good awareness to be able to look up and catch and try to attempt that tag on Schumann to no avail. Nice flip there by Cal, but too little, too late. Literally the worst time for a wild pitch. Like literally the worst. And this isn't going to happen to Munoz that often, but when it does, it hurts. Oh, no. We ain't bringing in Sauce. If you bring in Sauce, you might as well just give them the victory. Because I'll tell you what Sauce is going to do. He's going to throw ball outside, and it's going to end up walking in a run. I know Munoz is struggling right now, but bringing in Sauce is not the fucking answer. Last time you brought in Sauce, what happened? Grand Salami, Joe Adele. I haven't forgotten. There goes Munoz. Great. What the fuck? We have to pray to the sports gods. You hear me? You hear me, sports gods? Yeah, Sauce, he's coming in. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, not reliable. I know. Fuck. And luckily he didn't get rolled up on by the player right there late with the cleat digging into the turf. I get it. Nice effort, by catching the baseball and attempting the tag, but not good. Not good at all. Way to give the Athletics some life. I don't even know what to say. I'm glad he didn't get hurt initially, but again, they don't feel comfortable enough to keep him in the game. And this would be a good opportunity if we had someone better to bring in. I guess we're gonna live and die with the Sauce, huh? I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. I'm not happy right now. This is not good. Bottom of the ninth. Yeah, and I don't know why it's not updated up above me. ESPN's workers like to go take a shit and a piss at the most inconvenient time when things need to be updated, but there actually is 2 outs, not 0 outs. And a lot of times they won't even update the score until 5 minutes later after whoever's running the ESPN board comes back from their shit or piss. So we'll see if they update the outs, before the actual action gets back. Live and die by the sauce. And it's not like, Taylor can't get an out or 2 or 3. He can, but it just seems like with him, it takes time for him to find himself. He's not going to be hot right away. Usually it takes like the second or third batter, until he starts feeling it. And there's a very high probability that he ends up walking, the first batter or 2, or giving up a hit to the first 2 batters. We don't have that luxury. We're only up 4-3. We're not at 5. There's 2 outs. I hope that he can do it. It's all about consistency. And at least his ERA isn't like 7 or 8 or 9. It's 3.07. And he did give up that big grand salami to Joe Adele. Sauce is coming in. I hope it works out, Taylor Saucedo. Schumann scored on Munoz's wild pitch. Cameron to second on a wild pitch. 4-3 Mariners. I mean, we'll be able to know the at-bat with the first 2 pitches to Sauce. So, if Sauce pitches it outside by 2 feet in the first 2 pitches, it's not going to be a good sign. But if he can end up, being in the strike zone in the first 2 pitches, that's going to be the good Sauce. But the bad Sauce is going to be wide left, and it's going to be by like a mile. And so if we see him, 2 feet off the plate, wide left in the first 2 pitches, the game is over. We're going to lose. But, unless we get extremely lucky and they get someone to chase after his garbage pitch, we'll see how it goes. But if it's in the zone, we'll have a chance. Unless it's like right down the middle and then they end up hitting a home run, then we'll lose 5-4. But I hope that doesn't happen. Judah in the building. What's good, brother? Well, we got 84 people in the room. A lot of people are tuning in now to either watch the A's win or watch the Mariners lose. All right, we're in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. They finally updated the score there. The ESPN scoreboard ticker worker finally got back from taking his shit for 10 minutes and decided to update the stats. Thank you. Appreciate that. We only need 1 out, and we got Taylor Saucedo in. Come on, Tay-Tay. Let's go, Sauce. 1-0 count. Runner at second. First pitch, wide right, since we have a left-handed batter instead of a right-handed batter. Not good. 2-0 count. JJ Bleday, 2 for 4, 2 singles and a run. Please, sports gods, cannot lose to the fucking A's. There we go. I like that pitch right down the middle. 2-1 count. Okay, Sauce. That's a good sign. If he can throw a strike within the first couple pitches, you know that it's not like one of those terrible outings. Because usually the terrible outing is it going to be against a right-handed batter, wide left the first 2 pitches, or if it's a left-handed batter, wide right the first 2 pitches. There, he got him to chase on that one. 2-2 count. There we go. 1 more, Sauce. So far it looks like this is going to be a good outing for Sauce right here. Because usually it's really, really bad in the first couple pitches when he's not in the zone. Got him to chase on that one. Come on, Sauce. Line drive towards first. That would have probably scored a run. 2-2 count. Golly. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3 Mariners. Runner at second. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Taylor Saucedo to J.J. Bleday, 2 for 4. Let's make it 2 for 5. Come on, Taylor. Let's go, Sauce. 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. This time towards third base. God damn, this is making me sweat. Come on, baby. Fucking sweating in here. Got 90 people in the room right now. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Jesus Christ. Wild pitch. Thank God fucking Cal Raleigh got his chest in front of that one. That one would have been a runner advancing to third easily there. What was that, Sauce? My God. Fuck. J.J. Bleday to first with a walk. My God. Not even close into the zone. Motherfuck. Next up for the A's, DHing for Oakland, Brent Rooker. Come on, Seattle. Come on, Ems. I don't know, man. There's certain guys in the bullpen I like Matt Brash, and there's other guys that, you know, I'm not going to say I hate, but they make me nervous, you know, and just because they're not really in the zone. They're really wild. Wide left, 3 feet off the plate. Wide right, 2 feet off the plate. Like, how are you going to be able to build confidence in the fan base when you're so all over the place? That's not ideal for a guy that's in the bullpen coming in. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Get that. Out of play. 1-1 count. Come on, baby. Yeah, and again, you know, sometimes the hitters are just going to be seeing the baseball, you know, perfectly, and they're going to, you know, beat up on Munoz. I mean, every pitcher, you know, whether you're a starter, a mid-reliever, or a closer, is going to have a bad day. Either not hitting the zone, or then the other team just, you know, is just going to be on fire, and they're going to be able to, you know, get that key hit at that key time. But come on, Sauce. There we go. Nice pitch right there in the low bottom corner. 2-2 count. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3 Mariners. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch incoming to Brent Rooker. Please. 2-2 pitch. Barely chopped. Foul. Count remains 2-2. Please. A's fans, all 100 A's fans that are at the game are standing up. Pitch is low, out of the zone, 3-2 count. Probably not going to be a punch out. It's either going to be a walk or it's going to be something that I don't want to say. Come on, baby. Bottom of the ninth, 4-3 Mariners. Fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Runners at first and second. Come on, Sauce. There we go. Rooker grounded out to the pitcher. Bang! And that's how you win. Fuck yes. Hey, sometimes it's not pretty, right? Sometimes it's not pretty, but you find a way to win. Hell yeah. God, that one really made me nervous. I sweated a lot right there. Golly. Hopefully Andres Munoz is okay. Final score, Seattle Mariners 4, Oakland Athletics 3. And when the Mariners win, what do? We dance. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Let's go, baby. Gosh, this is one of the biggest nail biters we've had in a minute, and I'm glad we didn't give that game up. We are up 1-0 in this particular series, and I'll be live again tomorrow, same time, same place. Oh, man, that one really made a lot of us sweat here tonight, Mariner fans. But we got the dub, 4-3. It wasn't pretty. And now we just got to hope that our closer, Andres Munoz, is not injured. You know, they're obviously going to keep an eye on him, but hopefully it's, you know, just precautionary and everything will be okay. Oh, man, fucking A. That one was a nail biter. Fuck. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this stream. I got to go eat dinner and take my pup on a long walk. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Final score, Mariners 4, A's 3. And again, I'll be live tomorrow, same time, same place. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X. Shout out to all the people watching on YouTube as well. Reflect, Edgar, and Lauren, everyone else. I love you and appreciate you, as well as Army Chow Mein. I got one question for you. Well, you know, talk sports like us. Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang. Go M's.